Boys Town head coach Kevin Cush has his Cowboys in their first ever state title game, led by the tough running of Kevin Barrett, who's rolled up more than 1,000 yards on the season. For Mark Bramer, state title action is nothing new. His Pierce Bluejays are gunning for their second state title, and Division I recruit Eric Colmoose leads the way. It's the newcomers taking on the defending champs. Boys Town will battle Pierce for the Class C1 title, coming up next on NET. NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports, is live from Memorial Stadium on the campus of the University of Nebraska for NSAA Championship football. And this morning in the Class C1 Championship, it's the Boys Town Cowboys taking on the Pierce Bluejays. And good morning, everybody. I'm Larry Putney, along with former Husker Adrian Fiala. Great to have you with us this morning. It's the final day of state championships here on NET, and we'll crown two more champions today. First in Class C1, a couple of teams with great tradition. Boys Town goes back into the 30s and 40s. Pierce's tradition a little more current. Boys Town would like to make their tradition current today.
Yeah, absolutely, Larry. You know, a lot of history between these two teams, and for the first time ever, Boys Town in the final game to try to get a championship. They've had a lot of that great history in the past, going to try to enhance that history here today. Now, they're going to try to do it with offense, an offense with a line that really has excelled this year, and a line led by Sandy Stanbeck. He is the offensive right tackle at 6'2" and 300 pounds, a definite Division I prospect, a team that runs at about 280 yards a clip as far as rushing goes and scores about 40 points a game. So you've got that offense along with a defense who really, really is tough across the board, allowing just 6 points a game, and that'll be a challenge for the Pierce Bluejays. So today, with a chance to make history, a team on defense that has put up 7 shutouts on the year, it's going to be tough for Pierce to go against that defense. So Boys Town definitely a chance to make school history here this afternoon.
Well, as he said, Boys Town will contend with Pierce. The third member of our crew today, Brendan Stye, along with us as well. You take a look at Pierce. They have tradition on their side as well, defending state champs.
Yeah, coming in, they've only got one loss on the season. They're the type of bunch that they've got a lot of playmaking opportunities on offense and defense. They're well-rounded. The one guy that you look at on offense is Eric Colmoose. Here's a guy who's carried the ball for 800 yards. He's got 18 touchdowns, and he's done it all. He injured his hamstring and he missed 5 games, and putting those kind of numbers up is very impressive. So Boys Town, their challenge is to stop their running game. In the last game, Pierce only ran the ball. They ran the ball all game long, and they only passed it once. And so we're gonna see a lot of running on Pierce's side, and it's going to be a big challenge for Boys Town to try to stop it.
Covering things down on the field for us today will be John Bishop. Let's go down to John.
Well, Larry, you've been talking about history of Boys Town, and last year was a breakout year for Pierce. Well, this year and in past years, breakout, and that's kind of a way of life at Boys Town. In fact, you go back through the history of Boys Town, arguably Nebraska's most famous high school, and the reason for that is because of athletics. In the 40s, 50s, and 60s, the Boys Town football teams would take a bus known as the Flex and go to places as far away as the Orange Bowl Stadium in Miami, Hollywood, California, Detroit, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, all to play games against teams that would want to play them. That's because in a day and age where racial tolerance wasn't as well accepted, they would have a hard time finding enough opponents in the state of Nebraska to play them. They were so good at one point, they were voted a state championship back in the 40s, despite having only played a handful of Nebraska teams. Well, today, history with a chance for Boys Town in their first ever playoff championship game.
Great story. Thanks, John. And the C1 title is on the line today, Boys Town and Pierce. And for the introductions, we go to our public address announcer, Doc Weiniger.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, welcome to Memorial Stadium for the Class C1 State Championship game. Today's game features the Boys Town High School Cowboys versus the Bluejays of Pierce High School. And now, let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, the starters for the visiting team, the Boys Town Cowboys. Number 1, Erskine Williams. Number 2, Rayshawn Jones. Number 4, Kevin Humphrey. Number 5, Isaiah Gandy. Number 6, Kenny Jackson. Number 21, Jameel Jones. Number 22, Devin Winston. Number 32, Kevin Barrett. Number 42, Derek Brooks. Number 57, Shaquille Barrett. Number 59, Ibris Guinan. Number 62, Brad Hogue. Number 72, Sandy Standback. Number 75, Robert Henry. Number 76, Deshaun Lewis. Number 80, Mike Matthews. Number 99, Nehemiah Wilkins. Head coach for the Cowboys is Kevin Cush. And now, please welcome the rest of the Boys Town Cowboys onto the field.
So there are the Boys Town Cowboys going after the C1 state championship. The Cowboys come in under head coach Kevin Cush, who's led them to their first state championship game, and the Cowboys are a tough team up front, undefeated on the year, 12-0, taking on the Pierce Bluejays. There's the coach. Big win for the Cowboys in their quarterfinal game against Norfolk Catholic. They went on the road to Norfolk, knocked off the Knights 26-20 on the road. A huge win for the Cowboys. Now let's head over and get the introductions for the Pierce Bluejays, and for that we go back to the public address announcer, Doc Weiniger.
And now the starters for the home team, the Pierce Bluejays. Number 1, Brock Schroeder. Number 5, Eric Colmoose. Number 11, Benjamin Lindsay. Number 12, Kyle Stucklick. Number 14, Sean Kaler. Number 17, Blake Stanachek. Number 18, Brody Unger. Number 19, Chase Ronspies. Number 20, Kenley Solachek. Number 22, Anthony Lauders. Number 30, Rodney Johnson. Number 42, Nathan Belts. Number 52, Mason Sudbeck. Number 56, Cody Matson. Number 57, Isaiah Fisher. Number 58, Jacob Siegschlag. Number 59, Brandon Kilcoy. Number 62, Joseph Feringer. Number 64, Lucas Matson. Number 66, Ramsey Meyer. Number 70, Lee Crow. Number 76, Josh Chavez. The head coach for Pierce is Mark Bramer. And now, please welcome the rest of the Pierce Bluejays to the field.
They are the defending state champions, the Pierce Bluejays, coming in at 11-1 on the season. The Bluejays and the Cowboys for the Class C1 title on this Saturday morning. A great morning for football at Memorial Stadium. Let's take a look at where these two teams came from and how they got here to Memorial Stadium. Pierce, obviously, in northeast Nebraska. Boys Town in Omaha. Pierce at 11-1. Boys Town at 12-0. Here's the brackets and how both of these teams wound up here. Pierce knocked off Hastings, St. Cecilia, and Chadron. Boys Town with a big win, Adrian, in the first round against Norfolk Catholic.
Yeah, Norfolk Catholic, Larry, is kind of the C1 standard in high school football. And Boys Town came in, beat them. First time in 4 tries they beat them. And not only that, Norfolk Catholic coming into the game allowed just 33 points all year. And Boys Town got 26 in that ball game. So it shows you the power of this Boys Town football team. We got a good game brewing here, guys.
Oh, yeah. Real excited. When you look at Pierce, their only loss was to Norfolk Catholic. So
yeah.
Norfolk Catholic's kind of setting the standard here today when you talk about, Pierce's success and the Cowboys' success over there at Boys Town and Pierce's only loss. But the thing that impresses me with Boys Town is that they've got a ton of returning seniors.
Now let's go to the public address announcer for the introduction of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. At this time, would you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem today will be Miss Katie Yoakum, a senior from Hershey High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very good.
And a great job on our national anthem by Katie Yoakum of Hershey High School. We're ready for championship football at Memorial Stadium, Class C1. Pierce taking on Boys Town, coming up next on NET.
Programming provided by Nebraska Public Power District.
My job as an engineer for the Nebraska Public Power District is rewarding. My education and technical skills are used every day to help generate electricity for Nebraska. And I feel good because I believe that what I do maintains the state's quality of life. NPPD, it's where I want to be.
Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us. Together with your local public power utility.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank. Across Nebraska, the nation, and everywhere in between, U.S. Bank provides financial, trust, and investment services to individuals, large corporations, and small businesses. Wherever you go, whether it's in person, on the phone, or on the World Wide Web, you'll find U.S. Bank. You'll find more than 50,000 U.S. bankers, home of the 5-star service guarantee.
Programming made possible by Time Warner Cable, supporting local performing arts and arts education with projects like Adventure Lead and our annual Arts Immersion Project. Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
College doesn't just happen. You have to be a pain, in a good way. Find someone to help you, like your mom, dad, guidance counselor, or teacher. Keep asking until you find someone who will. There were adults in my life who made sure I took the right classes in high school and helped me apply for scholarships. Thanks to them, I got into a great school. Someone will help you too. All you have to do is ask. This is one time where it's okay to be a pain.
The 2008 NSAA Football Championships are being carried live over the internet, so if you have friends or family who don't have access to NET, have them log on to netnebraska.org. Click on the live webcast tab and enjoy the football championships right on their computer. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. Couldn't have a much better morning for football. Mostly sunny skies. Temperature right now at about 36 degrees. A forecasted high of 47 today. Just a slight breeze out of the southwest at about 7 miles an hour. And it is a great day at Memorial Stadium for championship football. Certainly the best morning we've had to date of the 3 days.
And you would know, you have spent some time out there, Larry. Good to have you up in the booth. John Bishop down on the sidelines, and it is a good day to play. And I think it's a situation, Brendan, where this temperature doesn't affect the guys at all. They're ready to go. They're steamed up.
Oh yeah, this is great football weather. The crowd's into it. Getting ready for kickoff here. Should be a good one.
Here we go.
Brody Unger appears to kick it off. The Cowboys will be receiving. Back deep is Devin Winston and Kevin Humphrey. Humphrey takes it to the end zone and the touchback. So the Cowboys will do business from their own 20-yard line to start things out, and we get a look early on, Aid, at that tough offensive line of the Cowboys. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll begin with the Cowboys from Boys Town. Backs and receivers. Gandy is the quarterback. Humphrey, Barrett, Jones, part of that offensive backfield. Brooks and Wilkins, the tight end and split end. Up front for the Cowboys, Hoagie, Barrett, Henry, Stanbeck, and Lewis. And Aid, you were impressed with that front five.
You bet. Big bunch, strong bunch. A lot of wrestlers in that bunch. They excel at wrestling. They excel at the offensive line. And they've really been a factor in Boys Town's offense.
Gandy, the quarterback, he'll give right away to his running back, Kevin Barrett. And Barrett piled up, but breaks loose, breaks a couple more tackles, and out near the 30. And a gain of 9 on first down for Kevin Barrett. Let's take a look at the Blue Jay defense. A very tough group up front. Crone, Matson, and Lindsay, along with Kilcoyne at the defensive end. Backs and linebackers for the Blue Jays. Stucklick, Stanacek, Fisher, Sudbeck, Waters, Belts, and Colmoose. So now second down and short for Boys Town. Give one more time to Barrett. Barrett picks his way through there. That'll be enough for a first down.
That's a great stand by the defensive line right there for Pierce.
Yeah, the defenses today excel. Pierce's defense allowing just 87 yards a game rushing and 9 points a game on the year. And then you look at Boys Town, they're even better. 72 yards a game rushing and allowing just 6 points on the year per game. So defensive cranks on both sides right there.
Yeah, the one thing with Pierce is they
give his to Barrett around that right side and stacked up by that Pierce defensive front. Leading the way is Brandon Kilcoyne. And before the game, we had an opportunity to talk with Coach about his starting quarterback.
He's a neat kid, you know, a young man who's, I think he'll tell you he's a basketball first kid. And that's okay with me because I think he brings some of that leadership and decision-making skills from the basketball court over to football. And 2 years ago, he's running cross country. I said, "You're too athletic to run cross country." I said, I want to get you out for football. And he was excited about it. And he's developed into a really nice quarterback. And I think the best way to describe him is even keel. He just doesn't get frustrated. It doesn't matter if we're down or we're up. He's always the same.
And a flag on the play before the snap. Coach Cush talking about Isaiah Gandy, his starting quarterback.
Yeah, great playmaker in Gandy. The thing I was going to allude to earlier is Pierce. They've really struggled against the pass. If you look at the numbers, they've been rushed on for 1,053 yards and passed on for 1,091. And if I'm Pierce, I'm looking at that and making sure that we shore up that passing game right here at 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. The give to the fullback, Humphrey. Humphrey piled up there at the line of scrimmage.
Got it.
It'll be a short gain.
Real fine backside pursuit that time by Brandon Kilcoyne. You mentioned his name on the previous play, Larry, but again, that play going away from him. He's pursuing down the line of scrimmage. Got just a hand on an ankle and upset the ball carrier and got that balance.
Lee Crone gets up slowly, but looks like he's shaking off that injury and stays in the game. So late substitutions in there for Pierce as they hustle off the field. This will bring up a second down. Make it third down now and 13. So 3rd and 13 for the Cowboys. Gandy Humphrey in the backfield with him. Gandry takes the pass, looks downfield, he fires into traffic, but pulled down. Nice grab by Barrett. Barrett with enough for the first down.
Well, Barrett showing not only the ability to run, guys, but to catch, and not only catch, but catch in traffic, surrounded by 3 blue jerseys here. Good poise by Gandy. And Brendan, there we go with that offensive line to giving him time to throw.
Great protection. Those guys up front, Stayshawn Lewis, Sandy Stanback, great protection.
What a toss and a catch there from Gandy to Barrett. 3 defenders around him, and he still pulls it in, and Barrett pounds his way in there. Delivers the blow on the first player and tackled by the second. A gain of about 3 for Barrett. Wow.
It's like a rubber ball bouncing off a brick wall. My goodness, Barrett just continues to hammer here in the early going.
Yeah.
He's 6 foot, 210, and he gets that steam going, and he's ready.
Barrett, Shaquille Barrett, the left guard pulling on that, leading the way for him.
Now Barrett will go in the slot right. Humphrey, the eye back, in the backfield, along with Gandy. And a flag on the play.
A little false start here of the offense.
Makes some confusion there on the snap count as the ball was still in Henry's hands, the center, as everyone else was moving.
Motion coming back that time, left to right. Looked like it was going to be some sort of maybe a toss sweep coming around the right side, but we'll never know about that. 5 yards and away we go.
So they'll march off 5. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12 now. Once again, Barrett in the slot, the lone back, along with Gandy is Humphrey. Gandy gives to Humphrey in the backfield. Slashes his way out to about the 45, a short gain of about 3. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Now the Cowboys have a great leader in Gandy, and Coach was alluding to it in pregame interviews, talking about how he's got an even keel presence of mind out on the field, and that's important at the quarterback position.
He loves the game of football, as we talked about earlier before we came on air. And 2-year starter at quarterback for the Cowboys, and also a 3-year starter in basketball. And not only that, 3 times team captain in basketball. So you know that he's got the kind of poise and leadership that you want in your quarterback, and we're seeing it real quick here.
Toss to Barrett. They'll go to the reverse. Williams on the reverse. Gets out wide. He got a block on the corner. Tries to beat a couple of guys. Beats one of them. Can't get the other. Pierce shut it down on the wide stretch play. A gain of about 1. It'll bring up 4th.
Talking about Gandy again. Tough, too. Throwing the block.
Yep. I thought for a moment there that that play might have a chance. Watch the block here. Kevin Humphrey going to get the block right there and just couldn't get to the corner quick enough. And
great pursuit by Pierce.
Well, look at this, guys. Are they going to go into punt formation?
On 4th down and 8, they're showing that they may be thinking about it, but we may be in for a quick kick as well. Barrett is back there, and he will kick it away. A high but short kick handled by Pierce. The fair catch called for by Lauder. So Pierce will take over. They'll have their first possession of the game at their own 37-yard line.
Kevin Barrett showing his skills not only as a running back, but also as a punter. Actually, guys, he has the longest punt of 47 yards this year, and so the guy can pretty much do it all for the Cowboys.
So 7:28 left here in this first quarter of the Class C1 State Championship game, and Pierce getting its first look on offense. Lauders is the quarterback. Cole Moose in that I formation. They'll give to the up man. That's Stucklick, and Stucklick pounds in there for a short gain, but the Cowboys pile it up, and leading the charge in there is Stanback at that nose tackle. Here's the Pierce Blue Jays. Backs and receivers. Lauders, Ron Spies, Lindsey, Cole Moose, Stucklick, and Belts are the backs and receivers for the Jays. Offensive line, Crone, Chavez, Kilcoyne, Farringer, and Meyer. 2nd down now and 9 for the Jays. Lauders under center. He'll keep it himself and pull it out. Tries the option left, puts a head down and bowls forward for another short gain of about 2. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. Here's a look at that Cowboy defense. The defensive line, Barrett, Stanback made a tackle already. He's in the middle there at that nose spot. Lewis and Brooks also up front. Backs, linebackers for Boys Town and the Defensive back, Humphrey, Jackson, Gannan, Matthews, Williams, Jones, and Winston. Third down, they'll call it 7. Back to passes, Waters. Rolls to his right, tosses out there, has a man, but pulled down. Once again, Barrett there on the tackle and stopped short of a first down on the throw to Belts.
A terrific pursuit. Looked like that pass might have a little bit more as far as yardage gain, but man, good pursuit by the Cowboys to get over there. See it again here. All the white shirts coming that way. No chance at all for that thing to succeed.
Yeah, 3rd and long situation for Pierce there. Kind of uncharacteristic of what they're normally doing as far as pounding the rock.
Stanacek to kick it away now. Here's Blake Stanacek. Nearly got to it. And that'll roll down into Cowboy territory inside the 30-yard line. And so that's where the Cowboys will take over. Well, last year's Class C1 championship was a battle between Pierce and Bishop Neumann. After trailing 28-7, Pierce scored the next 27 points to earn the victory. Let's take a look back at Pierce's first NSAA title since 1978. And we kick things off this morning in Class C1, the state title game between the Pierce Bluejays and the Bishop Neumann Cavaliers. McGill goes up top, across the middle, touchdown. Holmers with the give, touchdown. Step just walks in. We are now headed for overtime. A 23-yard attempt by Waddle, bobbled snap on the ground. Pierce got it. All the Blue Jays need to do is put points on the board. The toss to Eddie. Eddie has room. Pounds his way down, dives in for the touchdown. What an exciting finish to last year's C1 state title game. Pierce coming all the way back, and despite guys having just about 2.5 returning starters, really 2 and then another one who started part-time, they are back here in a state championship again.
Familiar territory, that's for sure.
Barrett on the carry. He'll pick up about 3.
Pierce has been in the playoffs 22 times since high school football championships have begun in 1975. Quite the tradition of getting to this level.
Spoke with Coach Bramer before the game today, and he talked about that Norfolk Catholic. We keep going back to that, guys, but for them, it was that loss to Norfolk Catholic that really turned it around for them. And they were pounded by the Knights, 34-3, and they said it really woke them up, made them work a little bit harder. Nice completion out to the 45-yard line. The pass out there and complete for the Cowboys.
Derek Brooks coming across from the left side over there. Again in traffic, and again Gandy able to fit it in between defenders. Watch him drill this on a line, and 2 defenders right there, but somehow the ball gets through. And excellent work by Brooks to focus on the catch.
And the give deep to Barrett. Barrett breaks a tackle, still pounding away, not down yet, grinding his way out near midfield.
Wow, that was amazing. You know, the thing on this play, guys, it's a zone play. And what you have is front side, a lot of double team going on, and this is pretty much their bread and butter. But what's happening on this one, on the backside, Pierce has got great penetration, disrupting the play.
Barrett's like saying, come on, hit me. I'll take you on and keep going. That's just a battle for about 5 yards.
Barrett in the backfield along with the fullback Humphrey. Second down now and 5. The fake, Gandy will go up top, looks over the middle, can't find, rolls to his left, he'll pull it down and go. Gandy spins out of 1 tackle and then gathered in by 3 others after he picks up 7 and another Cowboy first down.
Good job by Gandy, good footwork, reading it all, and Derek Brooks will go back and say, hey Isaiah, take a look next time. I was wide open in the middle. He was waving his hands trying to get his attention, but Gandy's got to take a look at what's in front of him. And there you see him right there at the top of the screen. But Gandy's off to the races here. He gets that all-important first down into Pierce territory.
So the ball spotted now at the 43-yard line of Pierce. Into Blue Jay territory for the first time in the game go the Cowboys. They'll give it to the fullback. Carried by Humphrey. He pounds up in there for a short gain of about 3 yards.
And right now, Pierce is doing a pretty good job in maintaining their man-to-man coverage and then playing into that 2 deep zone. But what's happening, they're kind of spreading them out a little bit because Pierce is a little worried about that pass. So look to see that inside play happening for him a little bit more.
Inside 4 minutes now in quarter number 1. Derek Brooks in the backfield along with Barrett. The give will be to Barrett. Brooks blocking out front, gets a block on the corner. Barrett, nice move out on the edge, cuts back. What a nifty run once again by Kevin Barrett.
Well, you see Sandy Stanback on that play. Big number 72. He's 6'2", 300. Drives his guy like 15 yards downfield, and that's called finishing a block.
It's also called, hey, Division I colleges.
Yeah.
Take a look here, partner. He can do it all. He does a great job at that right tackle spot, and also excellent on defense, as you see it again right here. And Barrett knows where to go and how to do it. Look at the moves, look at the balance, look at the agility, and then the strength of the run all through the run. We've seen that on just about every play from Barrett.
Humphrey, the lone back, 3 wide to the left. Ganby will toss it out there. Humphrey's got it. Puts the head down and barrels in there. The tackle made by Solacek. Kinley Solacek of Pierce there to stop him after a gain of 2. So we give him a gain of 1 and make it 2nd down and 9 for this Cowboy offense. They've moved the ball both times they've had it. Penalty really cost them on their first set of downs. Backed them up and put them in 2nd and long. They didn't recover. 2nd down and 9. Williams in motion. Back to pass, goes across the middle, tipped up and incomplete. Nice tip there in the middle by Fisher.
The Cowboys showing a lot of play action early. It's getting those Pierce guys. You're trying to get them to bite on that run, but Pierce isn't having it.
You'll see Isaiah Fisher here get a mitt on the play or on the ball, just over the outstretched arms of Derek Brooks again in the middle. Brooks and I'm sure Brooks and Gandy had a little talk after that play about 3-4 plays ago. As Boys Town continues to grind it here. They started this series, and with 6 minutes left, we're now down to 2:27.
Williams, Jones, and Barrett wide right. Ganby drops back, looks to his right. Inside screen to Williams. Nice move to avoid one tackler. Gets it down near the 25. Will not have enough for a first down. That'll bring up 4th and short and decision time for the Cowboys.
It wasn't quite a sack, but Pierce got great pressure there with a blitz. Forced quarterback Gandy to force the ball outside there. They got a little bit of yards, but not quite the first down.
So they will go on 4th down and 3. Humphrey the back behind Ganby, and a timeout called by Boys Town. So before going for it, Coach Cush wants to talk it over with his Cowboys. Well, if you'd enjoy sports action like you're watching now, we'd like to invite you to join the NET Sports Partners Club. When you become a member of the Sports Partners Club, your gift will help us continue delivering your favorite action: college baseball, basketball, volleyball, the high school state championships, and more. So join now by logging on to netnebraska.org/sports partners and choose from a wide range of sports gifts with our thanks. NET, Nebraska's home for sports, is your public television station. Adrian Fiala, you're a big part of that NET Sports Partners Club.
You bet, Larry. I have the privilege to be the chairman for that club and work with Jeff Beckman and all the other NET staff, and encourage everybody to join us and be part of that Sports Partners Club, and allow us to continue to bring you such great programming in high-def color, and be part of our club. So looking forward to continued work with the Sports Partners Club.
Got to believe there aren't a lot of high school teams around the nation with high-definition coverage of their state championships. Certainly a treat for all of Nebraska. 4th down, they'll go for it. Ganby drops back. He'll pull it down. Got room on the right side. Ganby with the first down and more. Down inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line. First down for the Boys Town Cowboys.
Well, they called timeout to see just exactly what this defensive, or they let the defense set, called timeout, and then brought the play in that they wanted. And then the beauty of it all is to have a guy like this right here, so versatile, athletic enough to go up after that bad snap, and then turn the problem into a good solution right here by heading upfield and creating that first down for his team.
So first down and 10. They'll give it again. Barrett up the middle. Plenty of room. Barrett breaks one tackle inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. And Kevin Barrett continues to carry the load for the Cowboys.
Yeah, front side on that. Brad Hogue, Shaquille Barrett, Robert Henry creating good surge off the ball to give the ability to have the cutback.
See right there is Stayshawn Lewis pulling from the right side and blocking on the left side, creating a nice lane right there.
Give to Barrett one more time. He'll try the right side. Piled up there by that Blue Jay defense after a short gain of 2.
I think he got the first down too.
Bring up 1st and 10 inside or at the 5-yard line.
I like it when you got 1st and goal at the 5. That's always nice. Or 1st and goal at the 4 or 3 or 2. But it works real well, and with the way this power is going for Boys Town, you got to think that with that line, Brendan, that they're going to put it in there.
This is where you take a lot of pride in being an offensive lineman.
Gandy gives to Barrett again. Barrett stopped.
Once again.
1, and one more time, Isaiah Fisher on the stop.
Yeah, once again, you had a lot of penetration there by Pierce, which blew up the play. Disallowing the right guard from pulling to really get his man. Blowing it up on the left side there. You could see running back's got nowhere to go.
Yeah, and you also could see the linebackers stacked immediately behind the defensive lineman, and they came up free. I think it was, it was Fisher who came up free, got up into the lane and made the tackle.
So 2nd down and goal. Jackson is now in there as well. Jackson lead blocking. Gamby rolls to his left, tosses into the end zone. Touchdown to Brooks. Made it look easy.
You know, guys, they put in that heavy power package and then faked it all with good play action. Great job by Gandy. And the free in the end zone. Derek Brooks picking up that reception.
Boys Town Cowboys marching down the field for the first score of the game here in this first quarter, right before time expired. Just 8 seconds left in quarter number 1. So on now for the extra point is Xavier Gilchrist. And Gilchrist knocks that through, and the Cowboys are on top. They've got a 7-0 lead in the Class C1 state title game on top of the Pierce Blue Jays. Let's take a look at that toss one more time.
Great fake right there to Barrett. Everybody looking for Barrett on the play, but in the end zone, wide open and free, is Derek Brooks, the leading tackler on this football team, but he also picks up the big touchdown here to get his team in the scoring column first.
Yeah,
Let's go down to the field with John Bishop. John.
You know, guys, Adrian, you were talking about how Isaiah Gandy was a big basketball player, played 3 years of basketball. This is only his 2nd year of organized football. That's because before that, he was running cross country. Coach Kevin Cush saw how good he was out there and said, hey, son, you ought to be playing football. So not bad for a guy who's only played organized football for 2 years. Now he's got a touchdown pass in a championship game.
Yeah, John, I wonder what the cross country coach thinks about that.
I don't know.
The Cowboys now ready to kick it away, a 7-0 lead.
That's kind of interesting. They kind of faked the kick. Everybody coming up forward. Now the real kick comes.
Gilchrist will kick it away. Taken short by the Jays at the 30-yard line, and they'll get back to about the 35. So that's where the Jays will try to respond to the first score of the game by the Cowboys from their own 33.
Almost 6 minutes, Larry, in that drive. A good power drive by the Boys Town Cowboys.
Real good balance, both pass and run on that as well. Taking advantage on that score of Pierce's defense. Their weakness, from what the numbers are telling us, is against the pass.
And Ben Lindsay, the starting defensive end for the Jays, who fielded that kick, walks off gingerly, holding that right arm. First down and 10 from the 34. The give. And shut down. Brooks there again. We'll have a flag, though, and he might have got part of that face mask. And that'll do it for the, let's check the flag. That'll do it for the first quarter. We'll find out what the call is.
Brooks, a terrific job working off the block to make the tackle. Let's see, there it is. Good call.
Just kind of glanced by it as he made the tackle.
both teams utilizing 2 tight end sets in their offense, trying to utilize strengths both left and right.
Definitely had a hold right there.
So they'll march off to 5 yards and we'll replay first down.
Adrian, being a former linebacker, making those tackles, it had to have been difficult, especially on an angle tackle if a guy's trying to get past you, to not get your hand in there and accidentally get one of those face masks.
It is. It's actually real inadvertent most of the time. I mean, it's kind of the last hope for you sometimes as a defender to at least make a grab, and you get that mask and you got the penalty.
So time has run off the clock, but we will have 1 untimed down on the penalty to end the quarter, and the give will be to Colmoose, and he'll go nowhere. Shut down in there by Lewis and Stanbeck both, and that will do it, and that'll end the first quarter of play. The Boys Town Cowboys on top in this Class C1 state championship game. We'll be back for quarter number 2 at Memorial Stadium.
You're on vacation in the mountains. You've got the kids, the dog, and your tent. Your son says hiking is lame, so you try rock climbing. It ends up being harder than it looks. Now you're in the hospital wishing you'd stayed home. But you've got Blue Cross and Blue Shield, so you know you're covered, even though you're out of state. So you relax, which is why you went on vacation in the first place. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. One less thing to worry about.
Soy biodiesel from Nebraska soybeans lowers our dependence on foreign oil. It has properties that reduce engine wear. And it burns without harmfully polluting the atmosphere. The Nebraska Soybean Board encourages the use of soy biodiesel.
NET Sports coverage of the 2008 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nesoybeans.unl.edu. By the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. And by Nebraska Federation of Catholic School Parents, promoting educational choice through identity, unity, collaboration, and empowerment. So, start of the second quarter in the C1 state title game. Boys Town striking first out ahead of the Pierce Bluejays 7-0. They will start the second quarter at their own 39 with a 2nd down and 5. And they'll toss it out wide. Nice toss and good enough for a first down. Complete to Belts. And Belts out past the 45-yard line, and Pierce with a first down.
Beauty of that play is, as you saw, Belts coming in full motion from left to right, full speed. He gets the football in his hands, running full speed. The key is there is to try to hit your receiver in stride. They do that and pick up an easy 10 yards, first down on the play. So great execution by the Blue Jays as they move the ball up closer to midfield.
Unger goes wide left, Silicek wide right. Going out in motion is Colmoose. Lauders back to pass, flag on the play. They'll let it go. Lauders rolls to his right, flips it across, finds Silicek for a completion out to about the 48 of the Cowboys. We'll check on the flag.
Yeah, that pocket's closing for Pierce awfully quick. Those guys up front for the Cowboys are putting some really good pressure on him right now.
Interesting point so far is Pierce rushes for about 290 a game. They throw for about 52 a game, and we're seeing now they're going to the passing game. So it kind of tells you a little bit about what's going on in the mind of the Pierce Blue Jays and their staff. Want to try to throw the ball a little bit to loosen up that defense and maybe get that running game back on track. What are the numbers there in the first quarter, guys?
Well, I think those are coming here pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times, an offense, what you'll try to do is throw the ball to spread out and loosen up that defense. And definitely that's what Pierce wants to do because they are a pound the rock mentality type of offense.
Well, the motion penalty backs up the Blue Jays. They wipe out that gain. First down now and 15. They try to toss wide, but over the head of Stanacek.
He's wide open on that too. If he connects with him, we've got another first down for Pierce.
And earlier we talked with head coach Mark Bramer about his quarterback, Tony Lauders.
He's a great player. He's a spark plug for us. You know, he's not a big kid. He's only about 5'8", and 165 pounds, but he's got great speed and quickness. You know, in terms of a kid who can really maneuver and change directions in tight spaces, he's as good as I've had. And he's a great competitor also. He's a kid who doesn't like to get beaten anything. So he brings a lot to our football team, both offensively and defensively. You know, he's just a great football player. That's what I'd call him. You know, he wears 22 and kind of reminds me of a Doug Flutie type guy.
They fake the give to Colmoose and hit Unger on the out pattern. Unger complete for a gain of about 8 out near midfield.
Well, that's 4 straight passes.
Yep.
In this series. So trying to get to really loosen up the Boys Town defense. Good work there. That line holding everybody out.
Not an easy pass for a right-handed quarterback rolling out to your left. Hitting his receiver.
So 3rd down and 7. Rolling out again goes Lauders. Avoids the rush. Back across the field. Good for a first down. Unger grabs it again inside the 35. And the Blue Jays through the air are on the move.
Indeed, as Lauders showing the ability to run. And not only that, to make that tough throw, Brendan, across his body back to the middle. This is extremely tough right here.
A great job by the receiver finding, getting himself open for Lauders.
Unger just sat down in there. Completion good for another first down. 1st and 10 from the 34 for the Jays. Keeper rolling to his left, spins out of a couple of tackles, and Lauders a gain of about 8. Nice option.
Yeah, the one thing Coach Bramer was talking about, the strength of their offense is really utilizing all 3 positions: quarterback, fullback, and running back. And a lot of what they do is the veer option and the guard trap option, as you can see.
Second down now and 3. Colmoose, top of the eye. Unger goes in motion. And they'll give to the up man. That's Stucklick. And Stucklick barrels over the 25 down to the 22, and good enough for a first down for Pierce.
Yeah, Stucklick with some pretty impressive numbers on the year. 85 carries, 592 yards with 8 touchdowns. That's pretty good for a fullback.
Key to Pierce's running game, get everyone involved. Stucklick, Colmoose, Lauders as well. So 1st and 10 from the 22. Motion across the set one more time for the Jays. Pulls it out of the belly of Stucklick, options it out to Colmoose. Colmoose has room on the corner. Colmoose still on his feet. Another first down inside the 10-yard line for Eric Colmoose.
Good balance, good power that time. Erskine Williams had a shot at Colmoose at about the 15-yard line and not able to bring him down. A solo tackle opportunity, not able to make that work. Watch it here, number 1 for Boys Town. As you see, the option play executed very, very well. There's Williams right there, not able to get it.
First down and goal for the Jays, trying to answer the touchdown of the Cowboys. Again on the option, the keeper grinding his way in there is Lauders. And we have a flag on the play.
It might be another face mask.
Came in after the play was underway, so it wasn't on the snap, or at least it didn't appear to be. And again, it is. Brendan is right, a face mask called against the Cowboys.
Well, interesting turn right here in terms of what Pierce has done. Is we'll get an opportunity to watch the play.
Another one of those incidental.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
pretty close.
Thing I'm loving about Lauders right now is he's got that defensive mindset. You know, he's a tough guy. If he's going to carry the ball, you know, he's going to let you know that he's there. He's not going to just fall on the ground.
Well, here it is, 1st and goal at the 4. Another one of those great spots.
Lauders under center, a stacked eye. Waters gives it off to Colmoose in there for the touchdown. Pierce answers.
Back to weak side, you load up with that, what I call the Maryland eye. Three people right in a row, and that's a tough play to stop down in tight.
Yeah, they had a nice defensive set right there, a nice 4-2 stack. Everybody was pretty tight, and the Pierce Blue Jays, did a great job up front blocking and creating that surge and walked in for the touchdown.
Brody Unger in to tie it up. And Unger's kick is up and knocks it through.
Got a ball game.
So the Jays answer the Cowboys and even it up at 7. Here's one more look.
Again, all kinds of blue jerseys over there to the weak side of the formation and plenty of blocking. You always want to try to have more people blocking than you have defenders, obviously, and that time they did, and it worked out very, very well. So interesting how it all unfolded. The first 8 plays in that drive were pass plays, and then Pierce went back to a ground game, put it all together after they loosened up that Boys Town defense. So good answer for Pierce.
Well, it's time now for our NSAA championship trivia. Be the first person to email us at sports@netnebraska.org with the correct answer, and you'll win an NET Sports Athletic Grade t-shirt, size extra large, and a Big Red Wrap-Up logo cap. So email us your answer to this question. Which team holds the record for most points scored in an NSAA playoff game for Class C1? The first correct email to sports@netnebraska.org will win the NET Sports t-shirt and Big Red Wrap-Up logo cap. And remember, only one winner per household during the 2008 championships. A whole lot of points were scored in that game by one team. One of those traditional powers. That's all the clues you get, Adrian.
I need more now. I'm from Brainerd, Nebraska. I need more clues. More clues.
So the Jays respond, and we're all even now at 7 here in the second quarter. Kick deep is Unger. And that'll be taken at the 1-yard line. Slipped and knee hit the ground and down at the 3 for the Cowboys.
In the oops category right there. Wow.
Unforced error.
Yep, that's tough.
A little slick out there, I suppose.
You can tell Humphrey knew it when it happened, not happy about it.
Well, it's tough because, as we talked about earlier, Pierce with their defense, very stingy, 87 yards rushing, 91 passing. They're a tough bunch, and when you get it down here, they're tough to move out of the way. And then, of course, it creates that situation where you've got to kick out of your end zone if they get it to 4th out. And that gives Pierce another opportunity as far as field position goes.
So now a long field in front of them. They'll start it off with Barrett. He's got room over that right side, and Barrett gets him out of trouble out to about the 12-yard line, near a first down on the first carry.
Unless you have people like Kevin Barrett to get you out of trouble very quickly.
Right, and Shaquille Barrett leading the way.
Barrett square. Great work on the blocks, you bet. There is that line play, and Sandy Stanbeck, as we talked about at the top, doing an excellent job on the right side. They love to go his way.
So second down and short. Barrett will get the call again, enough for a first down. He's got room out near the 18, not to the 19-yard line. So a first down for the Cowboys, and they wiggle themselves out of the tough situation and give themselves a little more room to operate.
Yeah, Stayshawn Lewis on this play just mauls this guy.
Here's a look at Barrett and his action throughout the day. Some nifty moves shown there, and he's got some nice room to run from his linemen as well.
Wearing that ever so popular 32 number back in the 60s and 70s.
Barrett again. So a heavy dose right now of the senior Kevin Barrett. Not a bad wrestler either, guys.
Two-time state champion in wrestling, Larry, as we talked about earlier, and also the junior national champ, which means the best in his category. That's a well done effort in the wrestling category. A lot of these Boys Town players are wrestlers indeed.
So second down now and 7. Back to pass goes Gandy. He looks downfield, overthrows his intended receiver, Derek Brooks.
And Pierce doing a good job once again in covering the receivers out of the backfield and also out on the wing there. And it's making it tough for the Cowboys to get anything downfield as far as a big play.
Kevin Cush talked about it before the game. He said Pierce will not beat themselves. You have to make plays to beat him. Very disciplined. They are where they're supposed to be, very fundamentally sound. We're seeing that here from the Pierce Blue Jays. Brings up third down, 3rd and 7. Humphrey, they'll pull it out of Humphrey's belly. Gandy will keep it, goes back across the field, spins out of 2 tackles, won't get away from another one.
Pierce relentless with their pursuit.
Gandy trying to work magic.
Tony Lauders now will go back.
Dare I say was the Gandy dancer on that last play?
The Gandy dancer?
Yes.
Boy, that's bringing something. I used to live in Pittsburgh, and there was the Gandy dancer down on the river.
So on 4th down, they'll kick it away. Lauders calls for the fair catch, takes it at the 41-yard line, and Pierce, evening things up now at all 7, will have a chance to take their first lead of the game. Earlier, we chatted with Coach Mark Brammer about his star running back, Eric Colmoose.
He's been a 4-year starter for us, and he's meant a tremendous amount to our football program. Great athlete, probably as good as I've had. You know, I'd put him in the same category as a Matt Harrion, who graduated back in 2000, or last football season was 2001 for us. You know, and Eric has been hampered pretty much all season with a hamstring. He's really missed about 5 games. So luckily we've been able to get him back, even though he's not at full speed, over the last 4 games leading up to this championship game, and he's performed well for us. You know, he's been very tough, and you know, it's been gutsy performances for us because he's probably at about 80% right now.
Quick give right up the middle. That was Stucklick, and Stucklick into Cowboy territory on the first play of the drive, a gain of 13 yards.
Cowboys perhaps a little bit concerned about the pass. They saw motion right to left, looking perhaps at that little pass out in the flat, and the Blue Jays cross it up, come back with that little trap to the left side, and they pick up the first down. There you go. That passing game opening up the running game.
Ball now at the 46 of the Cowboys. First down and 10 for the Jays. Pulled out of the belly of Stucklick. Optioned out to Colmoose on the corner. Colmoose, a gain of about 4 yards, and good support there by the Cowboys. Coming up and making the play was Devin Winston.
Yeah, you talk about great feel. You just saw it right there, like a flash. Watch him here, bottom of the screen on the option play. There he is.
Got to have that great run support, which is what the Cowboys got right there. Got some really good blocking going on the outside there by Pierce. Cowboys doing a good job in run supporting.
A gain of 4, so 2nd down 6. On the option, the keeper by Lauders, and Lauders nothing there.
Boy, Lauders needs to be careful with that ball. He's kind of winging it around there. Make sure when you hit that, decide to cut it back up, you tuck that thing nice and tight.
Kevin Uppery coming up from the linebacker spot there, getting a little bit of help on the finish of the tackle from Shaquille Barrett. Good combination on the tackle, makes it 3rd and medium here, 3rd and a tough 5.
All even at 7 here in the 2nd quarter. Pierce Blue Jays and the Boys Town Cowboys for the Class C1 state championship. 3rd and 5. The drop back, tossed out in the corner, and nice play, nice reaction to knock it down by Kenny Jackson of Boys Town. Had a man out there momentarily. Jackson reacted well.
Tried to hit Blake's Stanachek on the play, and Blake's, you got to catch this ball. It's there.
A little bit of pressure right there by Sandy Stanback, getting in the face there of Lauders.
So after a couple of nice gains, Pierce now on 4th down will kick it away. Stanachek in there to boot it deep. Devin Winston is deep, nearly blocked again. And Winston will back away, and that angles out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Nice kick by Blake Stanacek. And a nice job just to get it away under some heavy pressure.
It's twice now that Boys Town has threatened to block a punt.
If I'm a coach at halftime, I'm talking about where's our protection on our punt protection. It's that could show up later in the game. It could be a determining factor in who wins this game.
.5:16 left here before half. Back in there for the Cowboys under center. Isaiah Gandy, the quarterback. Gandy will give deep one more time to Barrett. Barrett pounds in there up the middle. Short gain of about 3 yards.
I don't know. If I'm Barrett, I'm following Stayshawn Lewis through that hole. For some reason, he wanted to take it up inside. Stayshawn pulled around. There was really nobody in front of him.
They'll shuttle in another play here. Brings up 2nd down 7 from their own 13. Barrett in the backfield along with Humphrey. Gandy, the quarterback. He'll give to Barrett one more time. Barrett cuts back across the field. Jays stay home in the tackle made by Silacek.
Yeah, and that's key versus the zone run. Defense needs to be very, very disciplined on the backside, staying home, and they do a great job there.
Creates, well, a decent chance at 3rd and about 3 here. The way Boys Town normally runs the ball, that should be an opportunity. We'll see. They're playing against that good, solid, tough defensive line, as you said, Brendan.
Ganby tosses it out. Barrett again. Great reaction by the Pierce Jays. Barrett tries to get out of it, but can't. They were all there. Led first.
Well, you watch, again, vision with respect to a running back, so terribly important, and there was a wide lane to cut back into, but Barrett not able to pick that up.
Yeah, Lauders on the run support there from the outside really just does a great job and pushing everything back inside.
So after the tackle, Lauders will drop back deep and put it away by Barrett. Lauders picks it up at the 47, spins out of one tackle, still alive, but drugged down after a return of about 5 yards down to the 42. So Pierce with great field position here late, about 3 minutes left before the half.
And once again, a little bit of a problem with special teams as far as protection.
Well, I want to hear if your high school sports coverage is important to you. Please take a moment and send us a card, a letter, or email, and let us know your feelings about our sports broadcasts. Write us at NET Sports, 1800 North 33rd Street, Lincoln, Nebraska, or you can send us an email, sports@netnebraska.org. Your thoughts are important to us as we plan for the future, so please take a few moments and let us know. We have a letter in that says, I cannot say this strongly enough. We love your coverage. Volleyball, football, basketball, wrestling, we watch it all. We are a cross-country and track family, and of course we'd love to see it covered somehow too. Thank you for covering these events. The high-definition broadcast is especially appreciated. Also, your coverage of University of Nebraska-Lincoln volleyball is fantastic. Dave and Becky Pope in Fremont. Thanks very much for emailing us in, Dave and Becky. We appreciate those sentiments, and it's our pleasure to be able to bring everybody across Nebraska these high school championships.
Time for the Cowboys to get strong on defense.
Pierce could make a mark right here with 3:17 left in this first half.
Toss out, they try to hit Belts, and incomplete.
That was unfortunate for Pierce because they had only one man out as far as defenders go out here in the deep flat. He had a block on him, and there was nobody else at home in terms of defense, and that play goes a long ways if they complete it, but that's the key. If they complete it, they don't, goes to 2nd down.
3:14 left in this second quarter. Jays starting deep in Cowboy territory. Second play of this series. 2nd down and 10. Ball is on the 42. Lauders gives it off to Colmoose. Colmoose has some room, pounds it in there. Nice gain by Colmoose on 2nd down, a pickup of about 6.
Colmoose playing with that hamstring that's been a problem all year, but guys, he's He's put a Band-Aid on it. And he's playing tough. I want to tell you, this youngster is about 80%, but an 80% Colmos is maybe like 100% with a lot of other people.
Exactly. Well, Cowboys showing a little bit of that 4-2 bubble defense, where those linebackers kind of line up in the holes and the gaps.
It'll bring up third down. We'll call it 5. Waters giving off to Stucklick up the middle, and on second effort, Stucklick might have leaned enough forward enough to get that first down. He was stopped just short, put that shoulder down, grinded one more time, and we'll have to see. It's going to be very close.
We all hear about second effort.
Oh, yeah.
And there it is.
And we saw a second effort that creates a new set of downs.
So he got the first down.
That's what you expect out of a fullback.
I love the sign right there. Move those chains.
So a fresh set of downs for the Jays from the 32-yard line. They fake to give to Colmoose. Lauders rolls right, had a man downfield. He'll pull it down. Breaks one tackle, spins out of another. And another nice gain on the scramble by Tony Lauders.
Yeah, had a guy downfield wide open, but what happened was the Cowboys had really good pressure on the play, disallowing Lauders from really seeing that.
I think it was Brady Unger down there, that deep post pattern, waving his arms. But again, there was a challenge up front for Lauders to make it all go. And he does make it go.
Coach Bramer told us Lauders is a competitor, hates to lose, and really showing some of that heart here in this drive. Down to the 21-yard line. And another fresh set of downs. So Lauders gets the first, a gain of 10. Stucklick and Colmoose in the backfield. Lauders keeps it, follows Stucklick right into the hole, and a short gain, maybe 3 or 4. Earlier we talked with Cowboys coach Cush about what concerned him about this Blue Jay offense.
Everything. I mean, Mark Bramer has a total program there. His kids are starting his program in junior high, and they come in, they're all about Pierce football. And they just do a great job on the fundamentals of football. Their line play is outstanding. They're big, they're strong, they're physical, and they've got two playmakers in Lauders and Coolness that can really hurt you. So there's a lot of things that concern us about Pierce.
And the Blue Jays will take a timeout here on 2nd down and 6.
That look-see at the defense took about 8 seconds before they called timeout. I wondered if Pierce was going to call a timeout. They had 3 left prior to calling this one here. Now they had a chance to look at the defense, perhaps adjust their offensive strategy, and then come back out. 1:10 here with 2 timeouts, guys. They got plenty of time to get it done.
Yeah, and Bramer's just put together a well-conceived package as far as trying to disguise a little bit of the run with the pass. And going into this, you're 2nd and 7. Going into the halftime, you'd like to get another score. So, the timeouts, I think, is a very well-timed timeout. And, I think based on what the Cowboys have been showing, we're going to see another little play-action pass.
Well, you can become a member of NET and help us bring more Nebraska sports to you. Call 1-800-634-6788 or log on to netnebraska.org and click on Become a Member. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. So 2nd down and 6 here for the Pierce Jays. 1:10 left before half, trying to punch it in and take their first lead of this contest. Stucklick, lone back in the backfield. Tossed out there, complete, out on the edge, broke a tackle. Yeah. Solacek down inside the 5-yard line, and Solacek with a first down.
They had 2 wide receivers to either side, but then crossed up the defense. There were only 2 people deep over there covering the 2 people on the left side of the formation, then motioned back to it, created that overload. And when I saw that happening, Brendan, I thought, oops,
yeah,
you're going to have a problem, because nobody from Boys Town was moving over there, and they were lucky to escape and not have a touchdown scored on them that time.
Great catch there as well.
Great catch and
run.
Great concept.
So 1st and goal for the Jays.
Triple I again.
And they'll give it to Colmoose. Out of that I formation, breaks one tackle. Grinds it down to about the 1-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and short. We're inside 1 minute here in the second quarter.
I'm going triple I again. That's really hard to stop. And the reason it's hard to stop is you've got 3 people all going in the same direction. And as a defender, believe me, I remember those days, you don't know who has the football, and it's a split second. It's an eyelash decision.
In the backfield, Cole Moose along with Stucklick. Lauders watching the clock tick away. Lauders will pile in there right behind Stucklick and in there for the touchdown. Tony Lauders, touchdown for the Jays.
Well, that's a big TD, as I said earlier. A great chance for Pierce to make a mark, a big mark in this game, and they did it.
Yeah, Stucklick's doing a great job just hammering it in. As a fullback, that's what you love to see. Coaches are taking advantage of his power, and of course those guys up front are doing a great job.
We get a chance to look at that touchdown run again. You watch what happens after the handoff is made. We'll talk about it then if we see it.
In there for the extra point. That's up, and it is through again. No, it's not. Just off.
And those come back to haunt most of the time.
So Pierce on top 13-7 after the touchdown with 25 left.
We will see the touchdown play again. Now watch after the handoff here. Watch the quarterback.
Yeah, he's sticking his nose in there trying to push the pile forward.
Exactly. He hits the ball off and then gets behind. He's kind of a propeller on the play. And of course the football rules say you can't assist the ball carrier, but I have never in my career as a player or a broadcaster ever seen that called. But you know, it's the way it works.
Let's go back down to the field to John.
Guys, we talked about this last night. It also came into play a couple of years ago in our C1 championship game. But again, these goalposts here at Memorial Stadium, these are college regulation goalposts. There's almost a full 6 feet narrower total distance, so about 3 feet on either side. If this game is played at Pierce, if this game's played at Boys Town or any other high school stadium in the state, that extra point is good and there's not even a concern. But now it's cost Pierce a point.
So 13-6 now. Jays on top of the Cowboys. So now to kick it deep for the Jays. Brody Unger into the end zone. Nice kick by Unger and another touchback. Cowboys with 25 seconds left to try to do something. They'll start from their own 20. Well, if you'd like a DVD of this game or any of the NSAA football or volleyball championship games, log on to netnebraska.org and click on Shop NET, or you can call 1-800-868-1868 to order your DVD copy. It's a memory that will last for years to come. NET is Nebraska's home for sports.
Boy, what a weapon Pierce has in Unger as far as kicks go. He has kicked consistently deep.
It looks like they're just going to kill it.
Yeah.
So they'll take the knee, will the Cowboys. That'll click off the last 20 seconds of the clock, and the Cowboys will head to the locker room. You would think, as we're inside 10 seconds now. And the Pierce Bluejays guys last year were down 28-7 and came storming back. They got in a hole early in this one. They were down 7-0, but once again, the Jays have come from behind, and they lead it as we head to the half. It's 13-7, Pierce Bluejays on top.
Well, Pierce showed that they not only can run the football, but they can throw it. They loosened up the Cowboy defense there in that second series. Came out, their first 8 plays were passing plays, and then back to the grinding game and back to a touchdown. So well done, well conceived, and they take the lead here at half.
So 13-7, Jays are on top. Kevin Barrett has led the way for Boys Town, 15 carries, 61 yards. A little more balanced attack by Pierce. Cole Moose and Lauder, both with 27 yards rushing, and Stucklick, the fullback, just a yard behind at 26 total yards. Let's go down to John Bishop and Coach.
Coach, that's a good drive to end the half. Tough break on the extra point.
Well, we hope it doesn't come back to bite us. We'll have to, hopefully, if we can score again, we'll have to go for 2 and try to punch that in.
we feel pretty good about our position right now. Our kids are playing hard and with a lot of heart, and that's what we told our young men, is just to believe that you can play with these guys, because everybody said that they were untouchable. So we're going to challenge them at the halftime, though. It's a 4-quarter battle, and Boys Town's very well coached, and they've got great athletes. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. Hopefully we can continue to play hard and play well.
Your kids have done a good job on the line of scrimmage, too, against a bigger lineup.
Yeah, you know, they are bigger than us, and they you know, on film they look a little stronger and quicker, but our kids, as I said, play with a lot of heart, and they're technically and fundamentally sound. So, you know, we're gonna have to challenge them, as I said, because this ball game is far from over. Hopefully we can come out and play well, especially early on in the second half.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach, and thank you, John. We've got a great one in Class C1, the state championship game at the half. It's Pierce on top of Boys Town, 13-7.
Working together, Catholic schools and parents are instilling a foundation for life and forming tomorrow's leaders, giving young people the tools and values they need to learn, to achieve their dreams, to grow spiritually, and to serve others in need. The Nebraska Federation of Catholic School Parents, supporting schools that enrich Nebraska communities and promoting educational choice through identity, unity, collaboration, and empowerment.
Programming provided by Nebraska Public Power District.
My job with Nebraska Public Power District takes me to new heights, offers me challenging experiences. Like me, the utility cares about Nebraska. I go home at night knowing that what I do makes a difference. To put it simply, I am where I want to be.
Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us. Together with your local public power utility.
Hey, college doesn't just happen. You have to push yourself as you go through high school. Don't be afraid to take classes like Algebra 2, Biology, or a foreign language. They can help raise your ACT score and prepare you for college. I wasn't the smartest kid in high school, but I took the top classes and I passed. So what are you waiting for? Push yourself over to your counselor's office and sign up for them. They won't be easy, but you'll be glad you did.
NET Sports coverage of the 2008 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by U.S. Bank, measuring success through performance, pride, products, and people, backed by a 5-star guarantee. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, one less thing to worry about. By the Nebraska Office of Highway Safety. Please remember that if you drink and drive, you lose. And by Time Warner Cable, supporting local high school athletics and arts education in communities we serve. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. We are at the halftime of the Class C1 state championship game between Boys Town and Pierce. And the Bluejays have come from behind to score 2 unanswered touchdowns. They lead it 13-7 over the Cowboys of Boys Town. Pleased to have with us an assistant director of the NSAA, Larry Mulring. Great to have you with us. We're going to talk a little bit of cross country. Of course, the cross country NSAA cross country championships were held out in Kearney once again this year, and I understand once again things going as smoothly as always with the NSAA.
I don't know about the NSAA, but UNK does a tremendous job running that championship for us. Had some nasty weather day before, had a big snowstorm, but they did a tremendous job. The Kearney Country Club is to be commended for their efforts in getting that championship run well.
Let's talk about, you had some changes this year, a little bit of a change in the way things were timed.
This is the first year we've used computer chip timing. Basically, we have a chip on each shoe for each individual, and it worked really well this year. Supposedly, you're not going to have the mess at the end, and that was well pointed out this year, and I think most of the coaches really enjoyed it, have been pushing it for the last couple of years, and we were fortunate enough to be able to use that this year.
I tell you, there was a snowstorm out there the day before. You'd never know it by looking at the track and how well everything looks.
Well, we had a little melding because it was a little warm. The ground was a little warm, so it worked out pretty well. But again, they did a nice job. Rich Broderson out there and Andy Meyer with UNK do a tremendous job getting that thing off the ground. I think we've had it out there. This is the 33rd year, the 33rd running at UNK, and we're really pleased with that relationship.
It's not just UNK. Kearney really embraces that event as well. They get a great turnout year after year out there, and the local people really support that event.
They very well do. We have their convention bureau is top notch, and they really promote the event for us, and it's a very good marriage.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the winners in the cross country this year.
Yeah, you're going to have to show me who they are. It looks like Millard West came through in Class A on the boys' side. And I'm not going to read. You guys can.
You want me to read it?
Yeah,
okay.
Read those.
I'll do that later. Millard West won the Class A state championship. In B, it was Ogallala. Norfolk Catholic winning it in Class C, and in D, Lindsay Holy Family. That was on the boys' side. On the girls' side, Norfolk winning the Class A state championship. Scotts Bluff taking it in Class B, and Pierce was a winner in C. Crofton took the championship in Class D. So overall, another great NSAA championship out in Kearney.
Oh, they're all great championships for the NSAA, but no, I'm pleased to be associated with that event. We have a great time out there.
Larry, really appreciate you being with us.
Thank you very much.
NSAA Assistant Director Larry Mulring, thanks for being with us, Larry. We appreciate it. We're at halftime of the C1 Championship, Boys Town and Pierce. We'll be back at half.
Hello, I'm Jeff Beckman, Director of the NET Foundations. I'm here in NET's high-definition mobile production studio. It allows us to travel the entire state to bring you exciting college and high school sports. Something else makes all that possible, too, and that's you. Your contributions make it possible for everyone to experience the action, even when they can't attend a game in person. Nebraskans tell us time and time again that they appreciate the legacy that NET has built through over 50 years of service to Nebraska. Won't you invest in that legacy as well? Log on to netnebraska.org/sportspartners and show your support for statewide sports action on NET Television, the team that brings Nebraska sports home to your community, no matter what part of the state you live in. Join the Sports Partners Club and support the NET team. NET, Nebraska's home for sports, is your public television station. Thank you for watching and investing in NET Television.
Hi, Kevin Kugler along with Adrian Fiala inviting you to join us for Big Red Wrap-Up.
Kevin will replay our interview with Eric Crouch along with Sean Callahan on recruiting.
Join us next Tuesday on NET1 and NET HD for the next Big Red Wrap-Up.
This fall, Sunday nights on PBS, nature presents a window to the wilderness, an encounter with the wild, and a celebration of the world's unspoiled and untamed wonders. Save your Sundays for a new season of nature. Sunday nights beginning this fall, only on PBS.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium, the 2008 NSAA Football Championships in Class C1. Boys Town trailing Pierce 13-7. It was the Cowboys taking the early 7-0 lead in the first quarter, but Pierce has responded just as they did last year in the state championship game to take a lead. They lead it at the half 13-7. Take a look at the highlights from the first half of play, and we'll take a look at those Jays highlights first. Eric Colmoose may be at 80%, guys, but he looks pretty good. 7 carries, 27 yards.
80% physically, 100% as far as attitude goes, and he just keeps going, even with a bum leg. And there you see Lauders finding the open man over the middle. That was Brody Unger.
Lauders 5 completions on 8 attempts, 51 yards, and they really needed this passing game late in the first quarter, early in the second to open things up.
First 8 plays of that drive were passes, and they did open things up. As you see Colmoose again drilling it. 18 touchdowns coming into the ball game, make it 19 now on the year. A big one right there. And then you go to Boys Town's ability. Kevin Barrett there. Kevin Barrett on in the first half, 15 carries for 61 yards.
There's Gandy with the carry. Gandy 4 completions on 6 attempts, 38 yards and a touchdown. Now let's take a look at the stats from the first half, team stats.
Pretty even there. Total yards, 131, 130. You can't get much more even than that. But the score is the all-important number is we know that the Pierce Bluejays missing that point make it 13-7 here in the first half.
And really, to me, the story right now for Pierce is those guys up front. They're handling the bigger size Cowboys that coming into this game was a little bit of a concern. And of course, Lauder's getting it done, not only in the air, but with his feet and creating a lot of opportunities offensively for the Blue Jays.
And one thing Boys Town will need to do in the second half is improve on their third down conversions. They were 1 of 5 in the first half. That number, that's not going to win you many ball games if you don't move the chains. You need a better clip than 1 for 5.
Yeah, and if you haven't been watching the game all along, but we've had some problems on special teams, especially in that punt protection. And at the end of the game, missing an extra point, which could come back and haunt the Blue Jays. So those things need to be shored up, and I'm sure the coaches are doing a good job and trying to make their adjustments coming out here for the second half.
So we're at the half of the C1 state championship game, and Pierce is on top 13-6 over Boys Town. You know, 15 years ago in Gothenburg, a small group of about a dozen people was formed, and their goal was to build a place that would celebrate the history of Nebraska high school athletics. As NET's Jim Disroot explains, the completion of that goal is closer than ever.
Inside this new home of the NSAA, space has been dedicated for a proposed Nebraska High School Hall of Fame.
This is Steve.
Steve Johnson, president of the Nebraska Coaches Association, is spearheading funding for the project.
The fundraising part of it is the difficult part, obviously. But the people are passionate on the board. There's a board of about 35 people, most of them retired coaches, school administrators, athletic directors, some community patrons that really have a lot of influence in their respective communities. But the passion is there, and that's what really drives the Hall of Fame.
The empty 75,000 square foot space is just across the hall from the NCA, so Steve gets a daily reminder of the amount of work that's still ahead.
Something like this doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of effort on a lot of the parts of a lot of people, and there's a lot of people putting a lot of effort in right now. This will be the Hall of Fame. We'll have displays, active displays, interactive displays. We'll have memorabilia. It'll be exciting once it's done. And then when they leave here, we want kids, adults, whatever, to feel like they're part of the success of the history of Nebraska. We know that this will be an alive, a breathing exhibit in here of what high school athletics is all about.
And that Hall of Fame committee needs to raise $1.5 million to finish the project. They're looking for major donors to get that Hall of Fame doors and get them opened, and then annual donors to maintain the facilities and displays. We're at halftime of the Class C1 Championship. It's Pierce on top of Boys Town. We'll be back with the third quarter on NET Sports.
Programming provided by Nebraska Public Power District.
My job as an engineer for the Nebraska Public Power District is rewarding. My education and technical skills are used every day to help generate electricity for Nebraska. And I feel good because I believe that what I do maintains the state's quality of life. NPPD is where I want to be.
Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us. Together with your local public power utility.
Programming made possible by Time Warner Cable, supporting local educators by providing free cable connections to public, private, and parochial schools in our area. Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
Soy biodiesel from Nebraska soybeans lowers our dependence on foreign oil. It has properties that reduce engine wear. And it burns without harmfully polluting the atmosphere. The Nebraska Soybean Board encourages the use of soy biodiesel.
You're on vacation in the mountains. You've got the kids, the dog, and your tent. Your son says, hiking is lame, so you try rock climbing. It ends up being harder than it looks. Now you're in the hospital wishing you'd stayed home. But you've got Blue Cross and Blue Shield, so you know you're covered, even though you're out of state. So you relax, which is why you went on vacation in the first place. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. One less thing to worry about.
Hi, I'm Kevin Kugler.
And I'm Adrian Fiala. Join us each week for NET's Big Red Wrap-Up.
Nebraska's only statewide sports show is also online at netnebraska.org/Big Red Wrap-Up.
NET Sports coverage of the 2008 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility. By Time Warner Cable, providing coverage of local high school sporting events and activities on Nebraska On Demand, Channel 101. And by the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nesoybeans.unl.edu. Third quarter about to get underway here in the C1 State Championship. First, let's go down to the field with John Bishop, who's with the head coach. John.
Coach Cush, what'd you tell the kids at halftime?
I just told them, stay with it. I thought we won the first quarter. I thought Pierce won the second quarter. We didn't do a good job of matching their intensity the second quarter. I think we're going to come out and get out to a good start here in the third quarter.
Do you need to change anything from an X's and O's standpoint?
I really don't. Their option, we knew what they were doing. Our kids just kind of didn't follow their rules, and we just kind of went through that and reinforced that, and I think we'll be okay the second half.
Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
It's interesting, he mentions the option really in that first half. Pierce took advantage of throwing the ball a little bit, and and when you do that, obviously things are working for you in the running game.
Yeah, 5 of 8 Pierce in the first half, and most of that came in that third series they ran. They threw the ball the first 8 plays. They threw the football, so that accounts for it right there. 5 of 8, and they really were able to move that Boys Town defense around and then create some running lanes once they got back on the ground with the football. So well conceived and well put together, and now another half of football to determine this C1 championship.
Coach Cush,
of course, defending champions from last year. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach Cush summed it up when he said, thought we won the first quarter, Pierce won the second. You take a look at total yards, they're a yard apart, 131 to 130. Been a very evenly played ball game through one half. So the Cowboys will start it off here in the second half, and they will be kicking deep to Pierce. And if you're at home and don't have access to NET or NET HD, you can go online and check out the high school championships at netnebraska.org. Navigate to the live stream and watch the high school state championship live in your home, a courtesy of NET Sports.
And we had a communication last night from Wales, of all places. That's halfway around the world, folks. So anyway, you can be in Wales or Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and pick it up on the internet, and that's incredible when you think about that.
I like the email last night. Adrian had said,
terrific.
I usually don't like American football. There are too many stoppages. Sounded very English, didn't it?
Yeah, that was really incredible. I still marvel at that.
So the Cowboys will kick it off here to start this third quarter. Pierce Bluejays back to receive. Back there for the Jays. Lauders and Colmoose kicked away, and Lauders will take it at the 10-yard line. Lauders busts into the wedge out about the 26-yard line. So a return of 16 yards for Lauders, and that's where Pierce will take over.
You guys, we have not had a turnover in the game yet, and we'll see if that persists through here in the second half, and if somebody can maybe get a takeaway. Takeaways have been a very important part of Boys Town in terms of what they play on defense. 35 takeaways, 22 interceptions on the year. They've been able to capitalize on that a number of times in terms of creating points. So we'll see if turnovers come up here in the second half.
Lauders back out there to run the show for Pierce. Over 1,400 yards total offense and 18 touchdowns on the year. He'll keep it, and going nowhere. Shut down right away by big number 72 in the middle. Once again, Sandy Stanback.
Yeah, there comes a point in time in the game where those guys up front got to take the game into their own hands. Sandy Stanback just coming right through number 59 right there for Pierce. Obviously a mismatch. Brandon Kilcone, 6'3", 200. Sandy Stanback, 6'2", 300. So take advantage of it, big boy.
Come out of the eye. Eric Colmoose at the top of it. Stucklick, the fullback. They'll give it to Stucklick right up the middle, and one more time, Stanback is there. He's showing up early here in the second half.
Flexing those muscles, 300 pounds of Stanback muscles right again as he just swallows up his man up front and leans on him and then leans on the ball carrier in a big way. And next time I'm going somewhere else.
Either that, get him on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 11 after the loss of 1.
Brendan, I'll ask you after this play about playing against a bigger guy.
You did that, Stein? Oh, I'm stunned.
Not so much in college, I'm sure you didn't, but in the NFL, I'm sure you ran against bigger guys than yourself.
The biggest guy I ever went against is a guy named Clester McLaughlin. And this guy, he's 6'5", 340 pounds. The thing about Chester was he didn't give you 100% every play, so
that makes it a little bit easier. But when a big guy like that leans on you, that really takes a lot of physical endurance away from your body.
It wears you out.
Yeah.
Devin Winston is back deep. Jays punt it away. Winston will chase that down, angled again, won't get there. It'll roll down inside the 35-yard line, down near the 31, and that's where it'll be put down, and the Cowboys will take over from their own 31-yard line, their first possession of this 3rd quarter. Join us next Tuesday for the next Big Red Wrap-Up. We'll preview the Colorado game and replay our interview with the 2001 Heisman Trophy winner, Eric Crouch. Then on Tuesday, December 2nd, we'll break down the Huskers and Buffs game with all the highlights and reaction, and we'll get all the latest recruiting news from Sean Callahan. Be with us for Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesdays at 7 Central on NET1 and NET HD, Nebraska's home for sports.
Break down that big win against Colorado.
I think we had Brendan Stye on the show a couple weeks ago.
Brendan on and
had great reports from that, by the way.
It was a lot of fun.
It's our best show ever.
1st down and 10 from the 31. And the give to the fullback. Pounds it out there for about 6 yards. Humphrey with the gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Kevin Humphrey had 710 yards on the year. Plus there he had a number of yards in the first, just 12 yards, honestly, in the first half. And
yeah.
Look at this again. That's called a pancake.
Yeah.
You love to see that, don't you?
Absolutely.
2nd and 5. Gandy will go up top. He pulls it down, has some room to run. Gandy tries to get to the outside and drugged down, but a nice gain once again by Isaiah Gandy. Good decision.
Yeah, if I'm Cush, I'm definitely leaning on the right side of my offensive line up front with Sandy Stanback, Stayshawn Lewis, and Robert Henry right there. Those guys, it seems like they've come out, you guys, in this second half with a little bit more fire under their feet, and they're showing it right now.
Erskine Williams, Jameel Jones, wide right. Humphrey in the backfield. They'll give off to Humphrey. He's got room. Humphrey one more time, pounds it in there. And a gain of 6 or 7 by Humphrey on 1st down. Back-to-back big yardages on 1st down, guys.
Right now, Boys Town, this drive started at the 31-yard line, and they moved it upfield just consistently here. And you're right, Brendan, they've come out with a little more drive in the offense, and they're moving the ball quite well right now.
2nd down and 3. Fake the give to Williams. Go up top. Going downfield. They got a man out there just out of the reach of Nehemiah Wilkins.
Sure. He's looking for maybe a penalty there, but great coverage by Pierce.
Talked to Mark Bramer before the contest. He's very impressed with this Boys Town squad.
I tell you what, there's a lot of concerns when you look at them on film. You know, they've got great size, number one. They've got great strength, looks like. Obviously, they've got good speed and quickness. And the thing that's different about them this year, every year they're good. Coach Cush does a great job with them. But the thing that I noticed, they've got a lot of seniors, a lot of kids who played from last year's team, so they've got a lot of experience back, and that's a major factor when you can return kids who played from the year before, and that's something we don't have. We only return a couple, 2 or 3 starters from last year's group.
And a timeout called by Boys Town. That play clock ticking down, and Kevin Cush took a timeout right before they were about to get a penalty.
And Cush trying to get a play in. I don't know if you noticed it there, but you saw Gandy trying to get that play in and then get it signaled in, and there was some confusion there. And then Coach Cush just signaled timeout immediately.
Yeah, and they went on that formation. The Cowboys went heavy left. They brought Big Sandy Standback from the right side over to the left side. They had something up their sleeve there.
Yep, they sure did.
Well, already using your DTV converter box or a digital television, remember to run a channel scan to watch all the available digital channels. Some antennas don't always provide a good picture because of placement or installation. Local obstacles may interfere with reception, or you may need to upgrade to a more suitable antenna. In many cases, a new channel scan will solve your problem. NET is here to help you. Call us at 1-800-698-3426 or visit us online at netnebraska.org/TV. So 3rd down and 3 for the Cowboys. They trail by 6 here in the 3rd quarter. Gamby looking off to his right, has Williams out there, and Williams gets by one tackler and brought down short of the first, but we have a flag on the play.
At the snap, the flag flew immediately out of the line judge's pocket.
It's a legal formation. Nope. Offsides, that'll kill you.
So moving a little early on the Boys Town Cowboys. And that'll bring up 3rd and long, or yep, they'll march it off here and they'll bring up 3rd down and now about 8.
Yeah, it really stalls your drive. You hate to see a penalty. Boys Town come out here with a lot of momentum. You get a penalty like that, just
well, it turns a manageable down into a difficult down is what it does. Instead of 3rd and 3, it's 3rd and 8, and you got a little bit further to go. Tough yardage against this Pierce defense.
3rd and long. Gandy has an opening. He'll take it down and run. Gandy up the middle, got a first down, fumble, ball's on the ground. It looks like the Cowboys got back on top of it. Big number 75, Robert Henry, running down the field, and Henry jumped right back on top of it and saved the day for the Cowboys.
The beauty of a mobile quarterback. Everything's set up. They look like they were trying to run that middle screen, and that's all clogged up in the middle. Now watch Gandy here. Again, he's going to dance right there. He got a helmet. Looked like number 57, Isaiah Fisher, got a helmet on the football. But Boys Town alert. They recover.
So 1st and 10, new set of downs for the Cowboys. They'll give it to Barrett. Barrett up the middle. Barrett popped and loses the mouthpiece.
Here's your play. Just before that timeout, they went to that heavy left. They went right back to it here. Big gain for about 6 or 7 yards. As you can see, number 72 lining up on the left. Normally he's on the right, loading it up over there on the left and getting those big yards.
And you like it when that mouthpiece goes flying, don't you?
You betcha. When they spit the bit, it's a good hit.
Oh, I like it.
And the give to Williams. Williams on the reverse. Dances around one tackle and another. Keeps it in bounds. A short gain, but again, flag on the play, and it looks like this one's going to be walked back.
Look like the United Nations building out there, all those flags flying on that play.
He's on a roll.
You talking about my waistline? Or?
Normally out there, probably a block in the back. Just guessing.
So it was 2nd down and short. And that'll be marched off against the Cowboys.
2 penalties now on this drive have really sort of hampered the effort. See it again right here.
It looks Let's go down to John Bishop, who might have seen it down there on the field. John.
Yeah, indeed, a block in the back. And, you know, the interesting thing about you when you watch this Boys Town staff is all 7 of these assistant coaches spend time on campus. It's not one of those situations where you have coaches who maybe come in from outside of school. They all work with the players. And a lot of these kids, because it's very young in their football careers, it's very important that they learn the fundamentals.
Gandy tries over the middle, had Jones wide open momentarily, couldn't get it to him, but a lot of pressure provided by the Jays. Thanks, John.
And good coverage by Nathan Belts on the play also. He was right there. Ball had to get through him to be completed. Ball a little bit up also. See Gandy here, throws a nice ball. He really does have a nice fluid throw. And that ball just over the outstretched arms. But again, that coverage by Belts, significant on the play.
Biggest plays for the Cowboys here in the second half have come off the feet of Isaiah Gandy. Let's see what they do on 3rd and long. Gandy drops back again, and more laundry on the field. The Cowboys hurting themselves right now.
That's one of those. We're going to go right back to it. That was the same play that they just drew up. They were going to go right back to it. Looked like right down the middle, he had a guy wide open.
Continue to hurt their effort in terms of their drive right now. Another procedure penalty, going to drive them back 5 more. Make it 3rd and about 20 right now.
So let's see what Coach Cush pulls out for 3rd and very long. The Cowboys had a nice drive going, got it all the way down to about the 30-yard line, and now they're looking at 3rd down and 20. Back to pass goes Gandy. He's under pressure, rolls right, gets away from one, won't get away from another one. Yes, he will. Now they blew the whistle. So he goes down back at the 48-yard line. And the sack by the Jays.
Yeah, great pressure by Benjamin Lindsay there. Just relentless. It's not going to give it up to Gandy. Gandy's trying to make play with his legs again, trying to get outside here. Great coverage by Pierce downfield. Can't find the open man. Pierce making the best out of an opportunity, getting the sack.
So 4th down and 30 after the 10-yard loss on the sack. Once again, Barrett short, and he'll kick that away. Waters backs away from it. Ball will be down to the 23-yard line. So Pierce with a 6-point lead. They'll take over with 5:56 left here in this 3rd quarter. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line. Well, we had a winner for our trivia. The question, which team holds the record for most points scored in an NSAA Class C1 state playoff game? Well, Evan Schulte knew that it was Battle Creek, which scored 67 points back in 1992 in a state championship game. And oddly enough, Schulte is from Battle Creek.
And Pierce running that veer option once again. Quarterback keeping it there.
A gain of 2 there. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Jays. The pace has slowed considerably for both of these clubs since midway through that 2nd quarter when Pierce was pounding it away. 2nd down and 8. Coach Cush said we'd see a little more inspired play. We've seen it out of that front line of Boys Town here early. And one more time, drugged down and stand back again. All over the place up front here early in the second half.
Yeah, he's 300 pounds, but he moves like a cat. So quick. My goodness.
Great feet. Virtually, these guys up front for Pierce are having a hard time blocking him. So if I'm a coach, I'm saying, okay, well, we need to get this guy out of the play. So let's get him on the ground every time, especially try to run away from him as well.
You saw Brandon Kilcoyne trying to block him, but no chance.
3rd down and 6. Unger goes in motion. They'll give it to Coleman, who's ball on the ground. Fumble, it's loose. Who's got it?
Cowboys say they have it.
No official. Yes, The official says Cowboys have it. Big break. First turnover of the game.
And I believe it was Kevin Barrett who came in from the right side, that defensive end spot, grabbed onto the arm of the ball carrier and shook it loose. We'll find out here again. There's Stanbeck making one hit.
Yeah,
I believe it was Barrett.
Absolutely right, Adrian.
Big play. Big play for Boys Town.
So the first turnover of the game comes in the third quarter, 4:34 left, and gives the Cowboys great field position. 26-yard line of Pierce. Gandy will give it off. Barrett, nothing in the middle. Pierce Blue Jay defense shut that down.
Great job by Mason Sudbeck on the backside, containing, coming in, and trying to. What the Cowboys love to do is they love to run that zone play, and when you have good backside defense, shoring it up, it makes it really hard to cut back.
And you saw the Pierce defense covering the gaps right there and doing a good job at zone blocking. That the back is looking for a crease, some sort of sliver in that zone blocking scheme, and then he takes it, but there was none there on that last play.
4 wide for Boys Town. Gandy to throw it, flips it outside to Barrett. Barrett gets a block out of the quarter by Williams. Williams stays on his feet, keeps alive, and gains another 2 or 3 yards out of it just by nifty footwork. So Kevin Barrett with the reception and a gain of about 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Well, this play looked like no gain at all, Brendan, and turns out to be about 4 or 5 yard gain.
Yeah, Kevin Barrett's one of those guys who's going to be one of your playmakers for you, so you expect this kind of play from him every single time, trying to get the extra yards, and does a great job there.
Barrett again off that right side, trying to find big standback, trying to follow him in there.
This was a golden opportunity and still is for Boys Town, but it's a tough one right now. It's going to make it 4th down and about 3.5 yards to go for a 1st down, but try to capitalize on the turnover. Like I say, a golden opportunity for them to get that score even up or take a point better, but they're going to have a problem right now. They got a long 4 to go, or a long 3.5 to go here.
Cowboys will go 4th down and 3. Back to throw. Gandy flips it out there, got a man. Williams, 1st down, pushed out of bounds.
Wow, great pass and catch by both Gandy and Williams. Good play action fake. You thought that they might run it. Of course, Pierce was ready for that, and the ball getting over the defender there was well placed.
Yeah, it's Kyle Stucklick. Watch him, number 12. Ball coming there and just out of his reach. That's incredible play, because I really thought Gandy, you're going to get Gandy out on the flank, give him a chance to go. Big 1st down right there.
Gandy now gives off to Barrett. Barrett stiffs arm 1, trying to get to the outside, and he can't. Great tackle. One more time, Lauder shuts it down.
Whoa. It's great. You said it, Larry. Great open field.
Yeah, Lauder's with great run support coming up. Barrett with the running on the outside here, stiff arming 1 defender, taking on another one with his arm, and then, of course, Lauder's coming up and making a good tackle.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12. Cowboys can get a 1st down at about the 1. They'll give it up the middle. Humphrey has some room. Pounds it down there to about the 6 or 7 yard line. They'll call it the 7. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 to go.
Again, another significant 3rd down situation here. They had 3rd and about 4, close to 4, 3rd and about 4 before. Now it's a little longer, and again, a big moment in the game right here for Boys Town.
Inside 2 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Cowboys down by 6 at 13-7. They're in the shotgun. Gandy looks downfield. Gandy will scramble. Gets away from 1. Doesn't get away from another. 4th down. Another decision for the Cowboys.
That's the one thing. The big man out there, number 72, he's been playing well all game long, but when it comes down to a big play, you got to make sure you have good protection right here. He lets the guy get on the inside of him, gets beat, puts the pressure on Gandy, and of course ends up with the sack.
So they will bring on the field goal unit. Well, the Boys Town Cowboys. Xavier Gilchrist to set it down at the 17. It'll be a 27-yard field goal attempt by Gilchrist. Snap is down, the hold is up, the kick is through there, and it's good. So the Boys Town Cowboys convert, and they pull to within 3 late here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, they came away with points, and that's the main ingredient. They wanted a touchdown, guys, out of that series. Didn't get that. They got the next best thing. They got 3 points and narrowed the margin.
Let's go down to the field to our man of the spot, John Bishop.
Well, Larry, you know the words safe haven have been a big part of Nebraska's vocabulary over the last few months. Well, the original safe haven in Nebraska is Boys Town, and the executive director of Boys Town, Father Stephen Bays, is with us. And Father Bays, this has got to be a tremendous lift for your institution.
It is. I'm so proud of our guys. They overcome difficulties every day, and they're doing it right now on the field.
You have served a record number of folks in the last year, haven't you?
We have. All across the nation, Boys Town kids are rooting for our team right now, whether they be in California or New York.
And I notice you've been spending more time behind the bench than you have further down on the sideline. You're kind of corralling the guys.
I'm trying to tell them that they need to work together as a team and be like a family on the field.
Well, we really appreciate what Boys Town does for the whole state of Nebraska and the whole country for that matter. And I know there's a lot of folks out there watching from all over on NET.
Thanks. I'm going to say hi to all of them, and thanks for all your support for Boys Town. Go Cowboys!
12 states represented on this current Cowboys team. Boys on this Cowboys squad come from 12 different states, and at one point or another they probably touched lives in all 50. And so no doubt fans watching across the country on NET. Of course, they can get that feed live on the internet at netnebraska.org.
Quite the tradition with Boys Town and Boys Town football now laying their mark.
Ball taken at the 15-yard line. Colmoose brings it out across the 30 to the 32. So 13-10, the Cowboys put points on the board off of the turnover and now trail by 3. And boy, with that 3-point difference, that extra point certainly looms large.
Indeed it does. Boys Town knows that if they can get it out close, they've got an opportunity to tie it up, or they obviously would prefer the 7 to the 3, but they've got that chance because of that missed PAT.
So the Jays take over, 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll throw it out to Colmoose right away. He's out in space. Look out, Colmoose makes one man miss, gets out to about the 39, and then the flags come down.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a holding call on number 18 for Pierce. Great bubble pass here. You got to love the effort that Pierce has given in the passing game. Trying to keep the Cowboys on their heels, you know, keeping them off balance on defense and really showing them everything that it got on offense.
Ball thrown right on the money, and there you see the hold right there in the middle. Pierce came out, threw that ball 8 times straight in their scoring drive in the first half. Pierce, they're going to go to that again right here.
So the spot foul will back them up 10 yards and make it 1st down now and 13 after the gain of 7 yards. Jays trailing or leading by 3 here in the third. 45 seconds left here in this third quarter. First down and 13. Colmoose in the backfield. He takes the pitch. Colmoose out around the left side, has some room. Dips back in, and a nice gain by Colmoose. A pickup of about 11. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, you can tell Eric Colmoose has got some great ability, especially when getting on the outside there. You wonder, you know, it being 80%, Adrian, if if he was 100%, if that doesn't go for another 20 yards.
Absolutely. You know, when you have a hamstring injury, if you've had one before, you know what we're talking about here, but it's very tough to put a lot of pressure on the injured leg. And he has done a marvelous job of just being able to play here today as we end the third quarter.
So 1 quarter to play in the Class C1 state championship. Right now the Cowboys trail it by 3, and Pierce with the ball.
Programming provided by Nebraska Public Power District.
My job with Nebraska Public Power District takes me to new heights, offers me challenging experiences. Like me, the utility cares about Nebraska. I go home at night knowing that what I do makes a difference. To put it simply, I am where I want to be.
Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us. Together with your local public power utility.
Programming made possible by Time Warner Cable, supporting local performing arts and arts education with projects like Adventure Lead and our annual Arts Immersion Project. Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
NET Sports coverage of the 2008 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For information, nesoybeans.unl.edu. By the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. And by Nebraska Federation of Catholic School Parents, promoting educational choice through identity, unity, collaboration, and empowerment. Colmoose closed out that third quarter with a 10-yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd down and 3. There's your score. It's 13-10 as we head to the final quarter. 12 minutes to play in the Class C1 State Championship battle. They give it up the middle. Stucklick with the first down easily.
Another great surge by that offensive line for Pierce. Cowboys got to make sure they don't miss those tackles. Looked like they tried to make an arm tackle there. Of course, getting the easy first down for Pierce.
Tackle in there made by Stayshawn Lewis, but not after the big gain by Kyle Stucklick. First down and 10 from the 47 of Pierce. Colmoose will get it this time. And that time, stand back right there.
I'm telling you, on the backside, you got to cut this guy. You don't even fool yourself thinking you can block him. You just got to cut him down. Make sure you run away from him and cut him.
Yeah, when you take a look at the 300-pounder at 6'2", moving the way he does with cat-like quickness. You know, there's a guy that won the Outland Trophy last year. His name was Glenn Dorsey, and Dorsey not quite as big as this guy, but man, he moves a lot like Dorsey.
And those guys, you know, Dorsey's not real tall either. He's kind of like a Warren Sapp type.
Yeah.
You know, they're quick and they're big.
On 2nd down, Pierce in the eye, the give. Stucklick up the middle one more time, and Stucklick a short gain again of about 2. That'll bring up 3rd down. The Cowboy defensive interior straightening up a little bit here in this 4th quarter.
Pierce did very well in the first half, 2 of 4 on 3rd down conversions. To take a quick look in terms of what they've done in 3rd downs so far. Well, they're just 2 of 6.
Lauders rolls to his right, has a man open, and he's got it. Unger once again, first down for the Jays.
Big play, big momentum play right here in the middle. We're talking right at the beginning of the 4th quarter, getting the ball, taking it down, marching all the way down, converting that 3rd down. That was huge. Great momentum play for Pierce.
Make it 3 of 7 now in 3rd down conversions, and a big one at that. Maybe a critical one. We'll see how this thing goes. There's still plenty of time in the ball game, but long 3rd down, they make it.
Tony Lauders leading the Jays down the field one more time. They lead by 3. Lauders pulls it out, keeps it himself, finds room right up the middle, and another nice gain by the quarterback, Tony Lauders.
Yeah, it's that veer option. They run it very well. It's disguised really well. What's hard for a defense is you really can't see where the ball's coming because he's playing so close to the line there. But once that quarterback gets a little hole and he decides to keep it, he's gone.
A gain of 6 by Lauders on the play. Ball at the 34-yard line now, 2nd down and 4. Lauders, one of only 3 returning starters from last year's Pierce State Championship team. And they find themselves back here again, and a timeout called by head coach Mark Bramer. So So an important drive here by Pierce to start this fourth quarter, up by 3 points. Points on the board here.
Yeah, Larry, I think you're right. I think Coach Braver sensing this drive perhaps as being a very, very crucial drive to whether or not they're on top at the end. So I wanted to take a look at that Cowboy defense. Called timeout at that point, and then comes out and said, guys, here's what we're going to do.
And that's where your 13 years of experience comes into play. And then obviously being a defending C1 champ last year, understanding the clock, where you're at in the game. I'm very impressed right now with Coach Bramer and all his other coaches and the way they prepared their kids right now. Looks like they have a great opportunity to take another score and get up a good 10 points on the Cowboys here.
You guys were talking about how to block the big stand back. Let's take a look at how they did it on that last play on the big gain.
Cut him.
Who knew?
They've got a TV down there on the sideline. They're listening to you, Brendan.
Guys, you just get the sense it's going to take a big play here one way or another to turn this tide, because really the game is kind of settled into a very conservative mode. As you can see, Boys Town making the big defensive play. You just get the sense, though, that Boys Town needs to make that special teams play to turn this field position battle back their way, because we've been playing most of this half on the Pierce side of the field.
Now this last play here. Go ahead, Larry. I'm sorry.
They've certainly come close to that a couple of times. And here's
good hit right there, and a good job by Lauders to maintain his balance and get upfield. But Boys Town really rises up on that play. Here's another huge third and long.
3rd and 7 from the 37. Lauders will drop back to throw. He's got room out left. He'll toss it though. Goes downfield just behind Unger. Lauders had him. He also had a lot of open room in front of him, guys.
And unfortunately for Unger, he slipped.
Yeah, I was real surprised. I thought Lauders might take that and try to get the first down. Saw a man, underthrew him a little bit, and of course the receiver trying to make a play. Good defense by the Cowboys.
Lauders going to give himself a chance to make a play out there in space, but he sees that Unger's open, but you see Unger's slip and fall. If he doesn't do that, that's a first down, and Pierce continues the drive. But now they'll kick.
Let's see if the special teams were worked on at halftime here. This is important.
Blake Stanacek back there to punt it away. Stanacek will get it away, and he angles that kick. Will it go out of bounds? Great kick by Stanacek.
Coffin corner. That's exactly what you want as a punter. Coach has got to be excited about that.
Ball goes out at the 6-yard line, so the long field for the Boys Town Cowboys. Well, next month on NET television, Rain pays tribute to the Beatles and recreates a note-for-note live performance. Rain, the Beatles experience, traces the Fab Four from their start on The Ed Sullivan Show to the psychedelic Sgt. Pepper era and on to Abbey Road. The curtain comes up on Rain, the Beatles experience, December 1st at 8:30 Central on NET1 and NET HD. Plus, find out how to get tickets to Rain concerts in Lincoln and Omaha in March.
One of those subtle aspects of the game. Blake Stanacek, the punter, a marvelous job of spinning that ball out at the 6-yard line. BT, Boys Town in a hole.
Long way for the Cowboys. They'll throw it out of their own end zone. They go up top looking for a speedy, just out of the outstretched hands of the speedy receiver for Boys Town.
Very close to having a big play. And in any football game, if you can get one or two big plays, that often is the real tell of the game.
This is the long haul right here to Jameel Jones, and Jones just a step away. Had his man beat, had Lauders beat there on that far side, and Jones just cannot catch up to it. He's going about as fast as he can go.
Real close.
2nd down and 10 now, still at the 6-yard line for the Cowboys. They'll hand it off to Barrett, tries the middle. He's got some room. Barrett breaks a tackle, still on his feet, out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Gain of 20 by Barrett.
Yeah, and the category of big plays is 20 or more, and that was a big play for the Cowboys.
Even bigger because Barrett is not back on his feet yet. They're looking, tending to him right there amongst the teammates. He's up now.
One more look at the run by Kevin Barrett.
Gets his team out. Saw a great block there by Shaquille Barrett. Again, Barrett to Barrett on the play.
That time Humphrey takes the carry right up the middle. Humphrey, a gain of about 5 yards. We'll make it 4. Brings up 2nd down 6. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Well, let's hope Barrett's okay. Sitting there, the trainers are attending to him on the sideline there, and hope he gets back in the game.
2nd down and 6. Williams in motion. Gandy fakes the give to Humphrey, drops back, looks for Williams out of the flat. He's got him. Williams breaks a tackle down that far sideline. Williams, he's got speed, cuts back across the field. Williams still on his feet, brought down at the 30-yard line. Big play for the Boys Town Cowboys.
There's your big play again. Williams, tremendous athlete in the first half. You noticed he was catching some balls in traffic, and here he does the same thing. Just a great effort in making guys miss and getting a big play for the Cowboys.
Play action, good setup there. We saw Stayshawn Lewis peel back, protecting from the left side, and now it's off to the races for Williams. And the key here is, you see how he's got that ball out in front? Yep. Put it away.
Look out.
Put it away.
Humphrey with the give. Humphrey pounds into that line. Isaiah Fisher there to shut it down from his inside linebacker spot for the Jays. Short gain for the Cowboys.
And bear in mind, this series started back at the 6-yard line. And Boys Town up near the 25-yard line of the Blue Jays right now, and gaining confidence with every snap.
And the clock at 6:40 and ticking here in the final quarter of the C1 championship game. Boys Town down by 3, and a timeout called by Coach Cush. Boys Town just before the snap. Coach Cush calling the timeout on the sideline. Let's go down to the sideline to John.
Well, right now, Kevin Barrett stretching out his right calf. It looked like he just cramped it up as he came on that last run of his. Stretched it out a little bit. They iced him down. He's getting hydrated. He's stretching it out. Guys coming over, giving him some encouragement. Should be okay a little bit later on. Might even see him later in this series, depending on how far it goes. But looks like he's going to be okay to return at some point.
Yeah,
thanks, John.
Goes to show you, I mean, it doesn't have to be hot out to cramp up. I mean, if you're working like a workhorse like Barrett's been doing, 20 attempts, 89 yards rushing, that's a lot of work. That's a huge shoulder to take on, and hopefully we can get him back in the game and see some more of that magic.
Well, he has been just golden for them all year. Over 1,000 yards rushing, 18 touchdowns on the year coming in. And so his presence needs to be a part of that Boys Town offense, and they will indeed try to get him back on as they continue to work on the sidelines right now.
2nd down and 7 for the Cowboys after the timeout. Gandy under center. Williams goes in motion one more time. Humphrey in the backfield. And they'll give it off to Humphrey. Humphrey a little bit of room. Down inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. So that will bring up 3rd down and 4 for Boys Town.
Cowboys have a good job of running a play that tries to deter the defender on the front side, distract them away and spread it out a little bit, and then come back and hit that same spot. But Pierce is having none of that. They're doing a great job on defense fundamentally.
So a big 3rd down here for both teams. Cowboys in the gun. Drop back, quick toss out to Williams. Williams tries to make a quick move, but shut down one more time. Lauder's there to stop it.
Yeah, both
terrific
defenders there.
You bet. Yep. Lauder's and also Blake Stanacek there to make the play. Actually might have lost a yard on the play. Gandy, quick delivery, but there it is. 2 defenders. Lauder's first. Stanacek coming in just to make sure. So now Coach Cush.
Kevin Barrett back into the game now for the Cowboys. Barrett on 4th down, 4th and 5. Fake the give to Barrett. Look over the middle. Got a man out there. Caught. The tight end, Derek Brooks, pulls it in. 1st down at the 15 for the Cowboys.
Well, and there you see the importance of a Barrett, of a Kevin Barrett, because they did that play action fake to him. It kind of held everybody in the blue jerseys at bay. And then Gandy, you watch it right here. Now Gandy's going to thread the needle in traffic And what a catch right there. My goodness. Derek Brooks.
That right there is just a great example of how practice really makes a difference. You can see that was a well-run route. Quarterback knew exactly where that tight end was going to be in the route and executed to perfection.
Boys Town Cowboys take their final time out of the game. So Kevin Cush down in there deep at the 15-yard line. Wants to talk it over with his Cowboys. Well, NET is your ticket to exciting sports action right in your living room. Help us deliver inspiring sports programming by joining the NET Sports Partners Club. Your contribution helps to ensure that your favorite sports programs continue for years to come, and you'll receive some great thank you gifts with NET's appreciation for your support. Log on to netnebraska.org/sports partners and become a member today.
Talk about the Boys Town program, tremendous amount of discipline and creating a great foundation for these young men's future, and seeing the discipline right now out on the field. This is where it comes down to.
Nearing the 5-minute mark here in the game. Cowboys' best opportunity here in the fourth quarter. Give it to Williams. Williams cuts it back in. Nice couple of moves by Williams. Dances through a couple of tackles. Still struggling and finally drugged down by Isaiah Fisher.
Erskine Williams, man, that guy's feet do not stop.
And this is not good for the Pierce Bluejays. Lauders down on the field and slow to get up. Just now getting to his feet is Lauders. And as Lauders is slow to get up, Kevin Barrett out there on the field.
Everybody having a problem. Barrett having a problem. Blake Stanacek having a problem. Lauders the problem. So let's hope that everybody is okay. They put a lot of fluid in the Barrett, and he was
losing it.
Losing a little bit, yeah.
13-10, Pierce on top. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. Williams again. They fake to him on the flash. The keeper by Gandy. Gandy scoots through a couple of tackles. Down to 5. Ball's loose. Recovered by Pierce. Pierce is on it.
Wow. Wow is right. Jeez. It looked like Gandy was going to be able to make something big out of that play. Very close to doing that. It did indeed turn into a big play for the Blue Jays.
Had a feeling that they were going to run this. It's been open down here in the bottom soft area here.
It's all
wide open for him.
It's all naked bootleg, as we like to call it. Nobody out there except Gandy working on his own, and the ball comes free. Who made the hit there? It was
Colmoose that made the hit.
Eric Colmoose coming up big on defense.
Pretty appropriate, huh?
Yeah. Colmoose put the helmet right on the ball. It popped loose after he had the first down. It would have been first and goal for the Cowboys. What a huge turn of events. Let's see if the Cowboys can shut them down and keep it deep in the territory. Pulled out of there.
To mark that ball, at least it looks like they would mark that ball about 2 yards prior to he going down there. And right now, for the Blue Jays, about a first down away from really having one hand on the trophy.
Looks like Lauder's going to be okay. Ends up keeping the ball there, getting the extra yards, crawling along for 2 or 3 yards.
2nd down and 8. And time ticking away here in the 4th. In the eye. They'll give it up the middle. Stucklick, a gain of about 3 yards. That brings up a huge 3rd down play for both squads.
Well, like I said a moment ago, just a first down away from having one hand on the trophy, and the next two, this play here it gives you the direction for who's going to win or who is going to either maintain the lead or maybe have a chance to take the lead. We'll see.
We've had a great one here in Class C1. Big play here on 3rd down, 3rd and 4. And a timeout called by the Pierce Blue Jays.
We talked about this early on in the game. turning the ball over can be very critical in any football game. And as we're seeing right now, Boys Town's put the ball on the ground twice. They've lost one. Pierce has put it on the ground once and has lost one. So the takeaway giveaway is even. But what we're seeing is the point in the game, like you were talking about, Adrian, where it was very critical for the Boys Town to capitalize on that drive. Turning the ball over in that situation just kills them. So we're going to see how well they can defend this third, and looks like about 4 yards. If they get this, the Blue Jays get this, it could spell good things for them.
Well, defense has been their forte the year long here, and now they have a chance to see if it's going to work one more time.
Well, we want to hear if our high school sports coverage is important to you. Please take a moment, send us a card, write us a letter, or email and let us know your feelings about our sports broadcast. You can write us at NET Sports, 1800 North 33rd Street, Lincoln, Nebraska, or send us an email, sports@netnebraska.org. Your thoughts are very important to us.
Crowd's getting into it.
3rd down and 5 to go. Make it 4, 3rd and 4, big play. Back to Pasco's Lauders, rolls to his right, tosses it out there, and a grab is made. He cuts back, he's got some room. Unger out there with the catch, still on his feet. Unger could go 30 to the 20. Unger, touchdown, Pierce.
You get the isolation of the receiver and the defensive back anywhere on the field. And if there happens to be a miscue on defense, that's what happens. And Unger going all the way on the play. Say hello to the state championship.
Yeah, the Cowboys defender right there really tries to make a play. And when you do that, it's what I call feast or famine. You're either going to come away with a big play or you're going to give up the big play. And that's exactly what just happened.
For Unger, he came into the ball game with 178 yards total, and what did he get on that play? Well,
that was at least a 40-yard catch and run.
92, or no, take that back here, fellas. 86 yards on the return, so almost half of the yardage he had all year. He picks up in one play.
And now, after running that whole way, Unger in there to kick the extra point, and he knocks it through. I'm surprised he didn't take a timeout to let him catch his breath.
Check this replay.
Here we go. Stumbled a little bit there. I'm not sure what happened, but again, just stumbled. It might have been a possession situation right there, but then he turns the Jets on, and
he really tried to make the guy miss on that. It was great.
This is Coach Cush from Boys Town, trying to kick it back, and it was trouble. So
let's go down to John Bishop with more on Brody Unger.
Has played with an injury, a hamstring injury, over the course of the last few games. Well, Brody Unger was injured earlier this season as well, suffered a separated shoulder, and that really depleted as far as the depth was concerned, especially at wide receiver for Pierce. As you have seen, he has come back from that separated shoulder and arguably made the biggest play of the season for Pierce, and now he gets the honor of kicking off with only 2:51 to play, and Pierce, possibly, guys, an improbable second straight state title considering all the losses they had from last year.
4 catches, 120 yards for Brody Unger, and he's been knocking the ball through the end zone. You talked about how important that's been the entire game, keeping the ball out of the hands of those dangerous Cowboys returners.
And also playing some excellent defense for his team. And, you know, here's a kid that just made a play, fellas, that he will remember for the rest of his life. And tremendous pressure in the play. I mean, it's a long 3rd down, and they had to make it, and they did make it, and then a whole bunch more.
Not only will he remember it, Adrian, that entire Pierce community will remember that forever as well.
He is a hero for a long time to come, indeed.
Great coaching game plan by Pierce coming in. I mean, they've been known to pound the rock, and it's one of those things where you just exploit some weaknesses on the Cowboys defense.
So Unger now to kick it deep. Back for the Cowboys, Winston and Humphrey. Right at Williams, so Williams will take it. And Williams tripped up, gets it back to about the 18-yard line. Well, we ask for your thoughts and emails. Send them to us here at NET, and we got an email from Shirley Beck, who is an NET member. She says, "Thank you. I really enjoy all the high school sports that you telecast. I'm unable to go to these events, so it's nice to be able to watch them on TV. I watch all classes and all the games. Again, thank you." Shirley Beck in Marquette. Well, thank you so much, Shirley. We appreciate you sending us that email, and we encourage all of you to send us an email and let us know what you think about our high school sports coverage. They'll toss it out to Williams again. Williams trying to make a move out on the edge. And he gets out of bounds after a gain of about 5.
Problem now is this is a 2-score ball game for this team. Here we have a timeout. Referee's timeout, a player injured.
Yeah, and right now you look at what Pierce is doing on defense. They're going in a little bit of a prevent. And when I played the game, I always used to hate it when our team would go into a prevent because it just gave more opportunities to make big plays. But from the Cowboys standpoint right now, you got to have the mindset of, hey, it's not over. There's 2 minutes and 39 seconds left. You got to score twice. Let's get the hurry up in. Let's try to make some big plays downfield. Get the ball out of bounds. Make some plays with your feet and hold on to the ball, which is most important.
Brandon Kilcoyne going off under his own powers. He looks fine. Out for the play. Make it 2nd down now. 2nd and 5. In the shotgun again, they'll dump it off. And he's brought down. Humphrey nowhere to go.
It looked like what they wanted to do with that was get the ball back and have him cut back across the field and have that whole wall of guys blocking for him to try to make a big play out to the left.
You've got to be sure in this situation, you need a very, very quick score. And you've got to be sure that you have also the potential to get that ball out of bounds. And that play is significant because it's going to burn more time than they really wanted to.
3rd down and 6. They go up top. Williams is there. He's got it. He's open, streaking down the middle of the field. He's bottled in there, spins out of it, misses another tackle. Williams, an exciting player, down to the 32-yard line. Cowboys say, not so fast.
Second big play for Erskine Williams today. And as I said, you've got to do it quick. And they were trying to get it done quick right here as they hit Erskine on a dead run right here. Well thrown pass right over the outstretched arm right there of Kenley Silhachik.
Gandy pulls that one in, fires it
Get out of bounds.
to Williams,
Yep.
and he does. So Barrett makes it out of bounds on the catch. Kevin Barrett picks up a 1st down for Boys Town.
Hold on to your cowboy boots right now, man. This is great.
Williams looks like an old player of the past from Nebraska. Corey Dixon, remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So 1st and 10 from the 21. Flipped out in the flat.
Stay out.
Humphrey made one move.
It's a great pass by Gandy, hitting his receiver in stride, giving him the ability to get the 7 to 6 yard gain there.
Again, you want to try to keep it as much as you can to the flank. This ball goes into the middle. Cowboys are out of timeouts.
1:40 left now. Gandy looking over the middle. Gandy, nothing there. He'll pull it down. Gandy inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line goes Gandy, but stays in bounds, and valuable time continues to tick off that clock.
It's a good job by number 57 for the Blue Jays, Isaiah Fisher, to keep him in bounds.
Sure. 1st down's going to stop the clock, but the whistle's going to blow.
Go down to John Bishop on the sideline. John.
You know, guys, the clock did not run on the prior play when they were tackled before the 1st down, and the Pierce coaches are livid with the officials right now that clock didn't run. Probably saved about 7 seconds.
Big play by Brandon Kilcoyne, off of being injured, comes back into the game and makes the sack. It is running now.
Yeah, Brandon using his athletic ability, big, tall, lean guy, stretching out there, making the big sack.
Well, I think the singing is going to begin here in a few seconds.
Inside 50 seconds, the toss play to Humphrey. What a great play. One more time. Support by Lauders.
Telling you, all over the field. Lauders, what a great athlete. Way to come up and provide great run support.
Now 30 seconds, and they'll spike the ball, and it'll bring up 4th down. So 4th down coming up for the Cowboys.
What a battle it has been, fellas. Heck of a game. We expected it to be a tough game, a bruising game, a hard-hitting game, but we've seen a lot of spectacular plays today. Each team coming through some tough situations to make it into a ball game, and now Boys Town, a very slim hope, if distant, very, very distant hope.
Nice job by Gandy to pull that one down. He throws it out of the flat. Humphrey's forced to make a move and can't do it. The Pierce Bluejays shut down the Cowboys, and the Jays will win their 2nd consecutive state championship.
Yeah, Pierce has done a great job all day long in recognizing exactly what the Cowboys were trying to do on offense, and being there really at every turn in the bend, at the point of attack, out on the backside, defending that zone running play that the Cowboys run so well. They just have done a marvelous job all day long.
And a timeout will be called by Mark Bramer. So the Cowboys now just ticks away, and the Pierce Bluejays looks like they'll bring in some fresh bodies here late in the game. And who would have thought for the Jays, who after winning a state title last year, returning just 2 starters, maybe 3 starters, are back here and playing and winning another state championship.
Quite an accomplishment, quite a coaching accomplishment, and also a fact that guys that they'd average just 52 yards per game passing this year. They get the big one, an 86-yard pass play that really put them in the driver's seat.
Yeah, coming into the game, you would expect them to just pound the ball, and that's really the strength of their offense, and utilizing all 3, quarterback, fullback, and running back. And of course, they come out here, they recognize maybe a little bit of a weakness on the Cowboys side of the defense, and took well advantage of it.
Exactly why they put me in that hole when I had to stand by here. So that'll do it. The Pierce Bluejays win their 2nd consecutive state championship in Class C1, knocking off the Boys Town Cowboys, the final 20-10.
Well-fought game, hard-fought, lots of hard hitting. We saw 2 or 3 players out here that definitely we'll see maybe next year too in some Division I program. But man, tip your hat to both of these schools and these teams for what they did here today and what they did on the season. Boys Town 12-0 coming in. The Pierce Bluejays 11-1, and again, just a battle royal between 2 very, very talented football teams.
And really came down to right at the end there, we had a turnover, and of course big plays, and you always talk about that in football. Who's going to have the least turnovers and who's going to make the big plays? Well, Pierce, they had both, going down the stretch, both of those things working to their advantage, and really was the outcome of the game.
So the Pierce Bluejays, they win it again in Class C1, state champs.
Programming on NET television is made possible in part by U.S. Bank. The U.S. Bancorp Foundation supports charitable, educational, and community service-oriented organizations in communities across Nebraska and the nation. U.S. Bank employees dedicate their time and efforts to local causes they are truly passionate about. U.S. Bank. Wherever you go, you'll find us.
Soy biodiesel from Nebraska soybeans lowers our dependence on foreign oil. It has properties that reduce engine wear. And it burns without harmfully polluting the atmosphere. The Nebraska Soybean Board encourages the use of soy biodiesel.
Did you know 2 out of 5 Nebraska high school students drink? And that 43% of the Nebraska high school students drank last month?
I'm Attorney General John Bruning. If your TV has an antenna or rabbit ears, you'll need to make some changes soon. Digital television is coming, so know your options. For information, call 1-800-868-1868 or log on to netnebraska.org/DTV.
NET Sports coverage of the 2008 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by U.S. Bank, measuring success through performance, pride, products, and people, backed by a 5-star guarantee. U.S. Bank, member FDIC. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, one less thing to worry about. By the Nebraska Office of Highway Safety. Please remember that if you drink and drive, you lose. And by Time Warner Cable, supporting local high school athletics and arts education in communities we serve. So the Class C1 state championship in the books. Boys Town losing to Pierce. The Jays now have won back-to-back state championships. And for the presentation of the consolation medals and the runner-up trophy, let's go to Doc Weiniger.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Control members Jay Beller from Battle Creek, Dr. Bob Resnicek from Omaha Westside, and U.S. Bank Representative Jeff McCowan. Here are the awards for Class C1 runner-up Boys Town High School. Will head coach Kevin Cush and your assistants please come to the sideline stage to present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Erskine Williams. Number 2, Rayshawn Jones. Number 3, Xavier Gilchrist. Number 4, Kevin Humphrey. Number 5, Isaiah Gandy. Number 6, Kenny Jackson. Number 10, Marquell Jones. Number 11, Gabe Terry. Number 21, Jameel Jones. Number 22, Devin Winston. Number 26, Dontrell Harris. Number 30, Gerard Phillips. Number 32, Kevin Barrett. Number 40, Tim Thompson. Number 42, Derek Brooks. Number 44, Tyler Effie. Number 50, Gabe Carazana. Number 52, Nate Verhulst. Number 53, Kirby Salazar. Number 54, Richie Kirk. Number 57, Shaquille Barrett. Number 59, Ivris Guinan. Number 60, Manny Contreras. Number 62, Brad Ho. Number 65, Josh White. Number 70, Ryan Dobb. Number 72, Sandy Standback. Number 75, Robert Henry. Number 76, Stayshawn Lewis. Number 80, Mike Matthews. Number 85, Terrence Smith. Number 88, David Zegaby. Number 90, Trey Richardson. Number 92, A.J. Thompson. Number 99, Nehemiah Wilkins. And now, here's the 2008 Class C1 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Boys Town High School.
Words for you, David.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to the Boys Town Cowboys. That really is a terrific accomplishment. A 12-0 regular season, finishing the year 12-1, state runners-up, and you know, everything that they talk about at Boys Town. Football is not number one. It's not even number two, but he certainly hopes it's really a high number 3 priority, and they certainly have done a great job this season.
Came in, Larry, looking for a championship. They'd never had a championship or a runner-up title, and they do have that now, and try to build for next year and beyond that. So, well done. Congratulations. We talked about Kevin Cush, the head coach, a great deal, but also their assistants, Monty Meadows, Dan Schneis, former Nebraska football player, Mike Petrie, Jesse Benda, Robert and Kogo, and John English. Congratulations to Kevin Cush and his staff, and well done on the year.
Let's take a look now at the final stats from the game, and the big play really made a difference for Pierce in the total yards, but still the Boys Town Cowboys outgaining them in total yards.
Yeah, it really came down to that last play. If you look at the numbers, it was even all the way through. I think when you look overall, the Cowboys coming in here, I think they were really surprised at the offense that Pierce put together. Really kind of threw him for a loop. I think you know, the passing game for Pierce was well executed today, as well as the option. That veer options, that's a very dangerous play, especially when you got a quarterback like Pierce has, and they just, you know, they've done a great job of you know, wrapping things up there at the end and making the big plays.
And now for the presentation of the championship trophy for the second year in a row, it's the Pierce Blue Jays. Let's go back to Doc Weinecker.
And now to the champions from Pierce High School. First, head coach Mark Bramer, we have a special award for you. And now, coach, would you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Barack Schroeder. Number 2, Cody Hilkeman. Number 3, Tyler Lindsay. Number 4, Brandon Freeman. Number 5, Eric Colmoose. Number 6, Nicholas Ussery. Number 7, Reese Eberhardt. Number 8, Bronson Stanacek. Number 9, Tanner Brown. Number 10, Tyler Steckelberg. Number 11, Benjamin Lindsay. Number 12, Kyle Stucklick. Number 13, Taylor Rowley. Number 14, Sean Kaler. Number 15, Andrew Wolf. Number 16, Connor Reed. Number 17, Blake Stanacek. Number 18, Brody Unger. Number 19, Chase Ronspeed. Number 20, Kenley Solacek. Number 21, Kyle Eddy. Number 22, Anthony Lauder. Number 23, Colby Huff. Number 24, William Rogge. Number 27, Shelton Dvorak. Number 28, Austin Colmoose. Number 29, Jared Sedlacek. Number 30, Rodney Johnson. Number 31, Dylan White. Number 32, Catlin Rupert. Number 35, Nathaniel Emerson. Number 36, Samuel Kashke. Number 42, Nathan Belts. Number 43, Nicholas Schlinker. Number 47, Bryce Drewier. Number 48, Thomas Tucker. Number 51, Michael Hoffman. Number 52, Mason Sudbeck. Number 54, Jacob Tim. Number 55, Alec Lesnar. Number 56, Cody Matson. Number 57, Isaiah Fisher. Number 58, Jacob Siegschlag. Number 59, Brandon Kilcoy. Number 60, Mason Rorig. Number 61, Adam Gertis. Number 62, Joseph Farringer. Number 63, Jordan Bruce. Number 64, Lucas Matson. Number 65, Kellen Ronspeed. Number 66, Ramsey Meyer. Number 67, Colby Krieger. Number 68, Austin Rorick. Number 69, Shane Osmus. Number 70, Lee Crow. Number 71, Shane Thayer. Number 72, Nate Krieger. Number 74, Cameron Ronspeed. Number 75, Zachary Halsey. Number 76, Josh Chavez. Number 77, Casey Mylander. Number 78, Tanner Dickey. Number 79, Christopher Anderson. Number 81, Nevada Clausen. Number 82, Michael Hoffman. Number 84, Jesse Roberts. Number 85, Zachariah Mayfield. Number 86, Devin West. Number 87, Marcus Blanc. Number 88, Brady Brett Snyder. And now, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2008 Class C1 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Pierce High School.
So the third overall state championship for the Pierce Blue Jays, second consecutive. They won it last year. They were runners-up in 77, 89, 99, and 2001. A great tradition in Pierce, but not many expected the Blue Jays to be back here this year after returning so few off last year's championship squad.
Indeed, Larry, and again, a great job by Mark Bramer and his staff, Greg Warnicki, Al Lindsay, Darren Sindelar, Kyle Simmons, Josh Sirik, and Ron Sokenson. And you want to congratulate them and all that they have done. And you put it together back-to-back, fellas, and that's a big achievement for you and your staff, and congratulations again.
Absolutely. Pierce, what a wonderful job they did executing their game plan today, coming in and really being well balanced. The passing yards, 153 total, rushing yards, 111, and just getting it done all across the board. Everybody contributing, both offense and defense and special teams. And hats off to Pierce and the Blue Jays there, and Coach Bramer and everybody that has anything to do with that program.
Let's go down to John Bishop with the championship coach. John.
Yeah, he's all wet, too, Coach. A second year in a row. I have to say, we've seen back-to-back champions before, but to see the number of guys you lost from last year's team and the number of returning stars you had back, this has to rate as one of the more improbable ones based on that, but your kids played with a lot of heart.
Well, it's been a real rewarding year for us coaches and I think for the players also. You know, nobody expects us to be back in the championship, let alone then win it. You know, but these kids played hard and they believed in themselves. Even from day one, there was times maybe where they believed maybe too much and they thought they were better than what they were, and so we had to crack the whip a little bit. But I tell you what, about mid-season we started really developing a good football team and started to practice well and prepare hard. And when you can do that, you know, when football games are won not on Friday night, they're won during the week in practice. And we had kids just continue to develop and progress. We had kids at the start of the year. Compared to the end of the year, they really made a lot of progress, and so we're very proud of them. I think we were able to get every one of them to their potential, and every one of them gave every bit of energy they had today and throughout the year.
You know, you talked to us before the game about Eric Kolmos, and even though the rushing numbers aren't going to be that tremendous, the hit he made towards the end of the game when he forced the fumble really was the turning point. Had that not happened, Boys Town could have been the winner today.
Well, I tell you, Eric's a great player, and he's a tremendous defender. Very instinctive against the pass and the run, and for a quiet kid, he hits harder than anybody I think I've ever had on my teams, and I've been doing it now for 15 years. So everybody's got to step up and make plays, whether that was in the trenches on the offensive and defensive line or in the defensive backfield or at linebacker. And offensively, we had some guys with some great individual efforts too, both in the backfield, up front. Our tight ends, I thought, played well. And then our wideouts made some plays today, and we were able to throw the ball a little bit, just keep the chains moving. And you know, because they were so big and strong and fast and instinctive that, you know, we were able to do that, you know, in terms of just throwing maybe some of our passes in our short game to be able to just keep the thing going down the field.
Coach, congratulations. Nicely done.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's bring in Brody Younger. Brody, the big hero at the end of the game. You know, there was some talk on the sidelines. If you'd have just fallen down after getting the first down, the game would have been over too, but I don't think that was in your mind.
No, it wasn't. I just wanted to score and make the game for sure over.
Tell us about the play and when you knew it was coming to you.
Coach Bramer said just get the first down, like you guys said, and fall down or whatever. But I had open field out here, and I thought maybe just go for the goal and got the touchdown.
Well, go for the gold. You definitely got it around your neck. Also talk to us about the kickoffs, too. You know, that was important, getting a couple of touchbacks and keeping those dangerous returners from coming down the field.
Yeah, ever since last year, off season, I had back surgery. I couldn't really work on it very much. And preseason came around, and I started practicing more. Worked hard, kept working, trying to get those touchbacks every single time.
Well, congratulations. Nicely done. That's a play you'll never forget, I'm sure. All right. Well, the other end of that touchdown combination, you know, about 3 plays after or 3 plays before that throw, you were looking like you were pretty spent on defense.
Yeah, oh my gosh, our defense did a great job. You know, they made a couple great plays on offense, and we just did a great job of not breaking. We just bent a little bit. We got fortunate for that fumble, and we knew we needed to keep the ball and keep their offense from back on the field because they created a lot of great plays on that last drive. So we did a great job of just being able to get in that scoring position.
Talk about making the throw, 3rd down, big play in the game because you would have had to punt if you don't complete that pass.
Yeah, that was huge because punting in our own end zone, that could have been dangerous. Yeah, Coach, just little quick comeback to Brody, get the first down, but he did a great job of getting away from that tackler and running. I didn't think he was that fast, but wow, it was amazing.
Congratulations, 2 in a row. It's got to feel special.
It does. Not a lot of people get this feeling, and it's just great. It's like a couple times in a lifetime that you get to be able to do this, and I'm so blessed. I thank God so much for just giving me this opportunity to do this. It's amazing.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, Pierce back-to-back.
Well, it was certainly that 86-yard touchdown pass from Tony Lauders to Brody Younger that wrapped it up. But really, guys, they played sound all day, morning long.
They really did, Larry. They took care of the football, just one giveaway, and very sound fundamentally. They made some plays, perhaps, as you said, as Lauders was talking about Unger, he said, I didn't think he was that fast. But, you know, when you get in situations like that, somehow it comes and it works for you. So well done, well deserved. And, again, their staff deserve it all. And the great town of Pierce, congratulations to them.
Absolutely. Coach Bramer making a great point at the end there. And this is for all those athletes out there that have to practice in football all week long. It's really the harder you work in practice, the luckier you get when it comes to winning football games. And definitely that's what they did, especially after that loss in the season. They refocused and really put their work out on the field in the practice, and it showed up in the games.
Brendan, Adrian, great working with you guys.
Fun day. Fun day, Larry. Thanks. Way to go. Congratulations. So look forward to doing it again.
Once again, our final score, the Pierce Bluejays knock off the Cowboys, the final 20-10 for the Class C1 State Championship. Be sure to be with us tonight at 7 o'clock for the Class B State Championship as the Aurora Huskies take on the Beatrice Orangemen. And now for Adrian Fiala, Brendan Stide, John Bishop, and the entire NET Sports production crew, I'm Larry Putney. Goodbye from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln until tonight.